Alright, we should be good. Up and going. Looks like it. That's good news. Think everything's working. Seems so. That's good news. We got Pocono today. Hopefully we can have a pretty good race. That'd be fun. But Pocono is a very tough track and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can try to survive this race for the main part. That's going to be the hard thing because the new update with the Gen 4s I haven't really done much practice with so far. I've done a couple laps practice here, but that's it. But overall, haven't done a whole lot. But hopefully we can survive this thing. I'm going to try and get into some more practice here because we've only done a couple laps here. So I want to get out here, run some laps, because I haven't really tried streaming since the 24 either, so I want to see if everything's working okay as well. If not, that won't be great. I'll have to try to fix that for like the next time. Because I thought maybe it was just the 24, because sometimes the 24-hour races put like more strain on everything and stuff like that. But gonna get out here, try to hit some more practice laps if we can. What's up, Tomb? How's it going? We are doing NIS Pocono. 80 laps today. We'll see if we can survive this thing.
On the bottom.
But 80 laps at Pocono, where are you going, bud? I'm like 6 under my 4K. I'm very close. Like, I ran a truck race yesterday. Finished pretty decent. This is a fixed NIS. I don't run into the open NIS. Oval side open is a lot more different. I'm not nearly as good on asphalt as I am on dirt, so I would not want to try that by any means. But ran a truck race here yesterday. It was a mess, but somehow got a decent finish out of it with a damaged car because it was pretty crazy. But probably going to be shifting down the 4th. Well, definitely going to be shifting down the 4th in turn 1. If we don't have like a crazy draft or anything, I'm going to be staying in 4th through the tunnel turn and turn 3. So really we'll only be shifting once on the front stretch, which won't be too bad. But in the draft, probably going to be shifting up coming into the tunnel turn. That could mess me up a decent bit, I feel like, too. So hopefully nothing too crazy happens in the tunnel turn. Dylan from Angels League, what's up? How's it going? Love seeing the progress in the hours. I appreciate it. Yeah, I league racing and just like regular racing are different, I feel like, because you face the same people every week and you know how people end up driving, so you can get more frustrated people for sure. But I don't know, I remember it was something in the championship or something with someone else, and like the Truge rule thing was, it was a good idea, but the way they enforced it was kind of weird in a way. Because like the thing that happened in the final race with, I forgot who it was, one of my teammates, I forgot which one though, where I don't know if it was you or somebody else made like a last second move, and then they made a last second move trying to go up or something, and then they threw him to the back because he didn't make the move fast enough. But if he's on a single monitor, couldn't like react in time. Like, I don't know, it's a good idea, but at the same time he clearly was going up at that time and stuff. It was weird. That definitely was odd. That's like the last thing I remember for it. I don't remember a whole lot of the actual racing portion of it. But, like, I remember some of the racing, but not a lot of it. I just remember downshifting under caution at Dover when I was in, like, 2nd, seeing if the tires would be fine in, 2nd or in 1st again, and I, like, spun myself out there. That was embarrassing, but that was hilarious at the same time. This is iracing, Nathan. You should know. Cogswell, yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, I both made it clear that like you were changing last second, so I didn't understand that because like if he was on triples, he could have seen it coming because like one was way at the outside wall, one was way at the inside wall, and Homestead's a pretty wide place. But if he was on a single monitor, there's no way he could have seen it until you were like already halfway down, or whoever was halfway down. I don't remember who it was, honestly. But then they like threw him to the back trying to react to that call just to switch, and like he clearly was going up and didn't try to like come back down or anything. So I don't know, it was a bad call in my opinion too. But I haven't done much league racing in general. Just haven't had the time doing it and stuff. I want to run like an ARC or a Gen 4 league that we were planning on starting, like me, Gavin, Daytona Dad, and Rob, because they've ran some leagues in the past. Oh, they get to loose off of turn 3. But I want to run like an ARC or a Gen 4 because those cars are fun. Well, the older ones were more fun to me.
54.767.
Oh, penalize both? Well, like, the first person to make the move was already fully like changed. He was like in the midst of changing because it was like at the line or whatever. So it was a whatever. Yeah, Nathan's acting like he stopped streaming and he doesn't know what game it is anymore. He had a baby and he is disassociated from life. Oh, you sold all your Fnatic stuff. Damn, why is that? Haven't been doing any racing. Yeah, why'd you sell everything? Like, was there a certain reason or anything? Did it, like, go bad, or you just, like, kind of fell out with racing and stuff? I don't know.
54.9.
Pocono's a tough track, though. I don't know how we'll do here today. Because I haven't ran the next gen. This is like the first race in the next gen car I'm going to be doing with the update. And I've heard like the draft isn't as strong and it's like harder to pass. So it'll be interesting to see. I always like the tunnel turn here because I feel like I could hit it decent, but don't want to be side by side coming off because it gets way too tight.
Still outside. Clear high.
And turn 3 is so flat. I feel like I suck at this corner. I'm okay in turn 1. I about said 1 and 2. I like the tunnel turn a lot, but turn 3 I absolutely suck at, and you need to be fast coming off of there for this straightaway. Try to read what you're saying here in a second. Let me get onto another straightaway. Luckily these straightaways are long as hell, so I can like kind of read. Planning to upgrade this to Sim Magic, but a time where you did fall out of racing. Gotcha. Didn't want to touch PC. I feel you. I feel you there. There was a little bit I wasn't doing a whole lot of iRacing. I was doing more like the World of Outlaws console game, and then I kind of like, it was like a few months ago I really fell out of liking that game as much just because of like the physics and how the AI was racing stuff. I was getting really annoyed. So I kind of like dropped that and did more iRacing. I've had more fun on the oval side than I have the dirt side recently. Because I like dirt more for sure, but the racing on the dirt side's been worse, or just the splits have been more screwed up because of the every hour thing they changed to last season. So I've been having more fun on the oval side and just doing more oval racing. I've gained iRating. Like I've had decent speed a lot of the times. It's just I haven't focused on trying to get my iRating up and racing more ovals things. So been doing that more lately, and we hit 4K, which was awesome. Hopefully we can try to get it back in this race with a decent finish. Hopefully we're not like a super high number or anything. Hopefully I can be like a double-digit number somewhere. And I'm like 6 iRating down from being back at 4K. I got a little free, and then it kind of gripped up on the exit, which was nice. Definitely gonna need to try and save the right front, I feel like. It's gonna be interesting. I know for qualifying I could send it a lot harder into turn 1, kind of get on the brakes, get it to rotate, but trying to like do it for a longer run now, kind of letting off and braking a little bit before the 1 cone into turn 1. 3 and 4, I'm kind of not 3 and 4, 2 and 3. I kind of run the same for the most part. It seems like kind of right at the Pocono, and then just after the 1 cone going into 3 here. I'm gonna try to do a green flag stop here. I think it's down to 55. Because we might get a green flag stop here. I don't know how early I have to brake. Earlier than that. Good to know. Technically still made it without a penalty, but I don't want to do that in the race. I need to do it before, like, oh, nope, I still got to stop and go for speed in the pits. Okay. It was just a really late one. That's fine. Where's our box?
5 away.
It's way down here.
At your mark now. Turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. Nice and smooth here. Leaving
So I know I need to brake a lot earlier, so that's good. Sold a newer PC than you just bought, so decided to keep it now. Now with me being a team driver, Nitro Setup Shop, gonna get back into it. Nice. I don't even know if I've heard of Nitro Setup Shop, honestly. I don't know a whole lot of setup shops on the oval side, for the most part. Yes, congratulations to Nathan on becoming a dad. And he just had a Father's Day as well, so good timing on that. That is funny. I ran a decent time. I don't even remember what I was in standings. 54.5. That was like on my own without any draft too, so I was happy with that. I think some of these guys might be in the draft. He might be in a different split. Yes, he's in 2, so not gonna be able to see his laps or anything. But I think we only have a few minutes left here until the race. Yeah, we got like less than 2 minutes until the race, so we'll be fine waiting it out and stuff. Kind of want to see how some people are driving though, going to far chase, trying to see what they're doing, like what kind of lines they're running stuff. Equivalent to Team Conti. Okay, gotcha. I know I've heard of Team Conti, I think only because of like the esports side of it and stuff, but I don't watch a whole lot of that anyways. But like I know EPI, I only know CFM started doing NASCAR sets like this season or like towards the end of last season because they're on the dirt side as well, so I know that team. I just don't know like good versus bad. I don't know any of that about that because I don't look at really setup shops or anything for the oval side because I don't really run open for anything on oval. Like to run some open stuff on dirt, but at the same time not a part of any sort of team or anything there either. So I mainly stick to a fixed racing in general, which I don't mind. The competition like iRating level on the fixed side is less usually on the dirt side, and they just don't get as much participation because more people will either run like the open pro late models or the open super late models, so the fixed kind of gets neglected a lot of time. And now that like the UMP has an open series and a fixed series, I usually still run the fixed, and it doesn't have as many people running it either. You always ran this 4th gear all the way around. Draft was in 5th, and the short shoots back to 4th, and tunnel turn back to 5th, then back to 4th. Yeah, it's a lot. That is definitely with like an open set. I feel like you could shift a lot more than the fixed set, but this fixed set seemed decent to where I'm always shifting on this front stretch, downshifting the 4th. If I'm in the draft high enough going into the tunnel turn, I will shift up and have to shift back down, but I'd rather not. And then I could stay 4th until turn 3 for sure. I think either way. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shifting regardless, but I know I'm not going to be towards the front to where we're definitely still going to be in the draft, and I'll probably have to shift a lot going into the tunnel turn, which is not going to be great because the tunnel turn is tough shifting a whole lot. So hopefully we don't have to do it too much. I like just keeping it in 4th there and getting like a nice flow through the tunnel turn because it's really nice and like satisfying hitting the tunnel turn smooth. I always like that. But let's see what car number we end up being here. Whoever got the bigger balls and bigger ego, that's what the opens come to. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, I feel like anyone with a higher I rating, oh, we're a low number, aren't we? Where are we? 35 out of 37. Let's go. But I think we're top split, so we're gonna get fucking killed here. This is gonna be bad. We're gonna get absolutely murdered. But not like in a bad way. I'm just gonna be slow because these guys are gonna be fast probably. There's no page 2 anymore. I fucking hate the new dash and stuff like that. But even in like fixed races and stuff, like everybody that has a higher I rating has a bigger ego and they think the track is theirs. So they're just going to dive bomb you or just try to cut you off and then they wreck themselves on your nose. Because that happened to me in ARCA this Monday. We were at Charlotte and I had a bad 3 and 4 because the guy under me hit me in the side. So I had to lift to not hit the wall off of turn 4. And then he was just following the dude in front of him. And the guy in front of me was fully clear. And he still had like my nose was still at his tail, and I didn't expect him to turn up in the quad oval, and he just wrecked himself off my nose, but he was the number 1 car, so the track was his. And then Gen 4 was also at Charlotte, and it was like lap 15. A guy wanted to side draft me as hard as possible down the backstretch and just hooked me, and basically killed my car, so that was unfortunate as well. But the truck race, we got a little lucky. We had a damaged car towards the end, but stayed out because it was just a green white checkered, and then there was a wreck off of turn 1, so finished pretty decent there, which was nice. I think I finished 6th, but we started like 16th. I qualified awful, but luckily we were able to get forward and gain some decent rating. I think I gained like 30 something because I was like car 4 as well, so being a high car number was not great. So hopefully we can do decent here. We don't even have to do great. We're the 35 car. Like really, if I finish like top half, we'll gain some I rating. So as long as we can avoid some wrecks, that'd be nice. Kevin King, ex-Coke driver, nice. Oh yeah, the ARCA was rough, but I like doing the ARCA, but because we do the opener, so it's like usually pretty high level people, but it was like different people than normal, even though we're still top split. But yeah, I recognize Seth's name, and Joe I ran yesterday in the trucks. He was very fast in the trucks. Yuma, I don't know how to say his name, but I've raced him a bunch. Dylan raced a bunch. McKissick have raced a bunch. Like I recognize a decent bit of these names. I like either in NISs or other races in general, I've recognized names. So this will be interesting. We're probably going to be slow here in qualifying, but we'll do our best. Gonna get out there and see what we could do, because I know qualifying is gonna mean a decent bit, just because it's harder to pass now in these cars with the update, from what I've heard. So hopefully, oh. Okay, car just took a right. We died already. All right, at least we haven't started a lap. That was a weird bump. That didn't happen to be in practice at all, so I wasn't expecting that. I was just coming out in the turn 1.
This is gonna hurt. God damn.
Apparently there's a big bump coming off of pit road exit here. Where is that? I guess this the transition maybe? I don't know. Oh well. I wasn't paying like any attention thinking that was gonna happen, but we're fine. I'll take a 2x. I have a ton of safety. I'm not worried about that. Like I have over a 4 safety, so I don't care about my safety rating right now. We could die in qualifying and that's fine. Try and get a good run off of turn 3 here at least. Not gonna run like super high, but try to get a little bit of a cut down. Went higher than I wanted. Be a decent run to the front stretch and the start finish at least. I've seen people like completely pull off the wall like it's Indy or something for qualifying. I don't know if it actually makes it too much of a difference and stuff, but it is what it is. Try and dive it a little harder into the corners than we will in the race. At least turn 1. 2 and 3, I feel like I'm good with what I do already. Just gotta not get on throttle too early and smack the wall. 1, that would invalidate our lap. 2, it would just slow us down a lot. But depending on how many people qualify, I feel like I'd be shocked to be like top 10 or anything
54.2
by the end of it. 54.2 though, that's not bad. That's a couple tenths faster than what I ran in practice. I will take that. I suck so much in turn 1 though. That is like my worst corner here. Cause I like turn 2 a lot, cause it's like Indy. It's like a short Indy corner. And I feel like I could flow through that pretty well. In traffic is gonna be a lot different though. It's gonna be a lot harder. Cause you're gonna have that dirty air. It's gonna wanna push you really bad. Don't feel like this lap is any quicker at the moment, at least. Kind of overshot turn 3, trying to roll more speed there. We'll see what we end up getting. So far, we're 7th. I imagine the fast guys are in 30, or not 53s. No, they're not. Second lap was not quicker, but 54.0 for Seth. Kevin had a 1. We had a 2.99, so I'm happy with that lap, honestly. So far, we're 9th. We're definitely going to keep falling back, I would imagine. But, hey, I'm happy with the time that we ran. That's not terrible, honestly. So, it was like 2 tenths faster than what we had in practice. It had like a 5 something, like a 5.17 or so. So, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Fell outside the top 10, but that's expected. I will take it. Hopefully we can survive this race, be in middle of the pack off the start here, because they can get real crazy really quick, honestly. This guy's not making a lap. McKissick definitely missing qualifying, because he joined late and then now just went out. This guy's on his 2nd lap. We'll see if he ends up getting a fast time unless it changes. But 80 laps should go by somewhat quick here, because I feel like you can kind of avoid wrecks for the most part with each other, because it can get kind of spread out. So hopefully we can just have... Oh, I'm like off on the replay anyways. It wasn't even live, because that guy that was on like got right behind me, but it still showed him as like a 5. So we'll see what happens. About to start gridding up here. 80 laps should not be too bad unless we get a lot of caution, because these caution laps are like 2 minutes each. They take forever. So hopefully we can survive this thing. So we qualified, what, 12th? That's not terrible. It's a lot better than our number, so hopefully we can try to stay somewhat up here as well. And it seems like through turn 1... maybe not off the green, but like after a few laps, once the tires have started settling down, that the outside in 1 and 2 is like the main spot to pass, unless somebody screws up and smacks the wall. Because if you're on the inside down a straightaway, you're gonna get just blown by with everybody else with the draft. Oh yeah, I watch NASCAR every week. I've got Jeff Gordon's card tattooed on the inside of my arm. So to say do I like NASCAR is an understatement. I've watched it my whole life, so I've always enjoyed it. That's the reason I got into iRacing. I grew up playing the NASCAR console games. Like, I think it started with which one? I think it was like NASCAR 2000, something like that, potentially, on like PS1. And I've played a ton of them up until about like 2010. 2011, 2012-ish time when I got my computer in 2013. Was it 2013? No, it was 2015. So I think I played those until like 2013, 2014. I was doing like league racing and stuff in those. Do I know who Kyle Busch is? Yes. I don't like him at all. I've never been a fan of his. You're a Jeff Gordon fan your whole life, even from when he was rookie. Nice. Yeah, I think when he was a rookie, I don't think I was born yet, or like I was like super young, like when I was just born. If he just started, I can't 100% remember what year he started. I can't remember if it was 92 or 95, something like that, around there. Yeah, Mark Martin was good. He was super consistent. He looks in great shape. It's crazy. Like he is like not like super strong looking, but like he's like ripped looking, like lean. It's because he's skinny anyways, but his veins are crazy looking now with how old he is. It's hilarious, but it's also like nuts. But yeah, I grew up a NASCAR fan. My family was always a Gordon fan, so in 24 ended up being my favorite number anyways. Like my birthday's on the 24th. Gordon was my favorite driver and stuff, so always have enjoyed that. then when he retired was disappointing, but knew it was coming anyways. But at least he had a shot to win the championship in his final season too, so can't be mad about it. He won his second to last race at full time, not counting like when he went to Junior's car to fill in and stuff. How many laps can we go on fuel? About almost 40, high 30s.
We're gonna be outside.
You were pretty young, around 7 to 9. Yeah, that was older than me because I was born in '95, so like my family was watching it and whatnot, so I got to like Gordon growing up just because of them watching anyways. And he was really good, obviously, too, so towards the front, winning championships, whatnot, so it was interesting. I wasn't like a big Tony Stewart fan when he was in the 20, but then when he like moved to the 14 and started owning his own team, I kind of respected him more. And me and a friend when I was younger had like a rivalry with Stewart and Gordon, so that might have been why I didn't like Stewart as well, because we had like a rivalry between them in a way, just like friendly competition, like who's gonna do better or whatever. 8 yellows, 2 hours top split this morning. 2 hours isn't that bad. That's kind of normal. 8 yellows would suck. Yeah, when Gordon was an announcer, it was different. Like, I didn't mind it. I never really care who's in the booth, to be honest. Like, none of that bothers me on who's announcing. I don't really have like a preference, or I don't dislike anybody in the booth really, so. Do I think Kyle Busch will win this weekend? Absolutely not. I celebrated last year when he didn't win a race and it broke his streak. I was so happy because I'm not a Kyle Busch fan. I was so happy about that. All right, getting ready to go. I'll try to read your guys' message throughout the race, but we'll probably have some cautions out of time. But yeah, he had a quiet first few years. He definitely had a flashy car and stuff with the rainbow car and everything, so he definitely stood out. Because back then, it wasn't like it is now, where a lot of young guys come in like they do now, but he was like that back then. We love going too wide into the tunnel turn. I was just trying to back off to not run over the dude in front of me. But people want to send it early. Restarts are going to be nuts all day here. Oh, I thought that 22 was going to get hooked. I followed everybody up into that, damn it. We're fine. No damage. I literally followed like everybody in front of me up into that.
Clear. Good job.
Okay, we're at least single file for me at least right now. This guy's probably gonna move up. Last second, he could have a lot earlier than that, Jesus. I'm just gonna stay in fourth. Cannot see the apron there in the tunnel turn. That was rough when you're right on somebody. If you can keep on the outside of somebody, you're probably going to be able to get the spot down the straightaway. Don't hit the wall again. I thought I was going to. I had a lift. I need to get into a rhythm here. What are we, 13th? So we're still right around where we started. That's okay. But yeah, after this race, later today, I'm going to a short track nearby, like a pavement short track. It's one that we've never been to. It's like an hour or so away, so it'll be interesting to see. Haven't seen some pavement racing in a while in person. Let's not do that. I don't want to get on that apron. That is not fantastic. Thought that guy was going to dive to the inside. I was trying to give him the room if he was going to, making sure I was up by the wall. That was a better turn 3. What's up, Mike? It's going all right. We just started out. Qualified 12th as the 35. I thought it was 37 for a second, but 35 car. So it's not too bad. Hopefully we can try and run around here most of the day. That'd be really nice. But I definitely know there were some faster guys that didn't qualify, like Joe behind us. working his way through the field. He won my truck race yesterday, so yeah, I said everybody muted. Whoops. We're on the chip. That was a decent tunnel turn. Could have been better. I got a little low. But there's so much focus to go into each one of these corners because they're so different from each other. Your home track? What's your home track? Oh, is Pocono your home track, you're saying? Pocono is interesting. It's such a big track, and it's so different from anything else because they obviously don't run a triangle anywhere else. So it's a very unique track, for sure. I enjoy racing Pocono a lot. I do enjoy this track, even though it could be kind of boring in a way. I enjoy the track for the difficulty of it. I would rather have a track that's difficult and it gets more spread out than pack racing the whole time at 1.5 miles. Like, yeah, it can be exciting, but I'd rather have the difficultness in a track for myself to get better.
4.659.
Because I feel like it's more in the driver's hands in a way, but these cars kind of are very drafty. Like, they don't get a massive draft like they did before because they just had an update, and I think the tires are a little looser or something. Live 145 from Pocono, only 15 minutes from Port Royal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the dirt track that was near me, which was East Bay, got closed down last year, so I don't have like a dirt track near me anymore. The closest one is like in Ocala, like Bubba's track, or which is like 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours 45 from me, almost 2 hours maybe. And then Volusia, which is like 3 hours for me or something like that. But I've never been to Volusia. Been to Bubba's track in Ocala once. It was an interesting track to see, but I loved East Bay. East Bay was fun to watch because that was pretty close to me. That was like 20, 25 minutes for me, so it wasn't that bad at all. This car is tight as hell in 1 and 2. I don't know where to run. Kind of got same gap in front and behind right now. See, that's a good tunnel turn. Might have been able to get on it a little earlier. But it looks like we can't quite go halfway on fuel, I think. Unless, like, the slowdown of the race makes us make it. No, I don't think we're gonna make it halfway on fuel. It could be a fuel mileage race, honestly. This could be a fuel mileage race if it goes green. Like, I want to go as far as I can on fuel and then try and save fuel the second half or something if it gets to that point. That would be very interesting. Because how many sets of tires do we have? We have 3. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's still a track there. They could go scan it and stuff, but I doubt it'll ever happen. Like, I've seen... Oh, God. I overshot that a little bit. I've seen when iRacing posts, like, what track would you want us to add and whatnot. I've seen people say East Bay a lot, but I just know it's never going to happen.
Inside.
Joe's going to look inside.
Still there.
I know he's much faster. Just let him go. No reason to battle him. I'll give him a push down the straight, if anything. I didn't even get to his bumper to push him either. But maybe I could learn a little bit off of him. He's running that second groove up there in turn 1. Interesting. Wonder if it keeps a little bit more speed. We get like just under halfway, it seems like. So when I got in the car, it said 39. I think I still have like 30 more in fuel right now, so it's gonna be like just about halfway. I think I might have to save a little bit of fuel. Yeah, I have 29.5 right now. I think I might have to save a little bit of fuel the second half if it goes green. If it goes green, that'd be awesome. But I don't anticipate it happening, but you never know. If we can get a full 80 lap green run, that'd be awesome. I'd be stoked by that. I love doing green flag stops and all that, like the Gen 4 races. I love those because they're longer. And you can get some pretty spread out racing and stuff like that as well. I'm gonna try what Joe is doing. Try to hit this seam and run it. Does feel like it grips pretty decent. It might roll a little bit better speed. I'm not sure. The guy behind me had a good one on the bottom. Having the shift before the tunnel turn though is weird. I liked running by myself and not doing that. I liked staying in fourth. Oh yeah, I love green flag stops because like I'm pretty decent at maximizing my pit entry and getting everything I can out of it. That's why I like tried doing that right before the race in practice. I tried to do a green flag stop just to see where I need to brake because I really like maximizing my speed in and all that. Oh yeah, get more horsepower in these things would be nice. Really what these things need is some tire fall off. Like it doesn't necessarily need the softer tire, it just needs a tire that wears. Because I saw like an interview that Gordon had like a week or two ago, I don't know when it was exactly, but I saw it this past week. But he was saying like you don't necessarily need a softer tire because we've tried that. Sometimes it wears, sometimes it doesn't, depends on the weather, like how hot it is or how cold it is. And you just need a tire that wears, regardless of how hard or soft it is, it just needs to wear. Horsepower could help that, like getting able to spin the tires in the rear end. Oh, that guy nailed the wall up there. Just being able to get on throttle and getting loose and stuff would be nice as well. But the sidewalls and these things are so skinny, like it's easy to break loose and all that. But yeah, downshifting on a lot of these tracks does suck. I hate the 5 gears in general because like I grew up as the H pattern, 4 gears. Really, they weren't shifting much, but we watched a 2002 race yesterday. Daytona Dad was streaming it, like an old classic race, and it was here at Pocono, and they were downshifting to third in turn 1 a lot of the times. And that was when Ryan Newman just kept it in third the entire race as well. He didn't shift at all. He just stayed in third gear, which is crazy. Because that was like Ryan Newman and Johnson's rookie year, I believe it was. 'Cause I think it said in that race that they were fighting for Rookie of the Year honors, which really isn't a thing anymore because they got rid of rookie stripes, which is the dumbest thing. Like, let them have rookie stripes. They're rookies. It's been part of it forever. I didn't understand that. Wonder if that second lane will hurt my tires more, or if going down trying to get on throttle is going to hurt my tires more. I really have no clue. Joe's trying to make a pass, but just really can't do a whole lot here if you're not in that line with everybody else. He's backing off early, maybe to try to get a run. He knows what he's doing. But I don't want to run into the back of him in that tunnel turn or anything. It really wants to kick loose there in turn 3. I don't know if it's me going over the seam or if there's just like a slight bump in turn 3. I have no clue.
54.769.
Damn, people doing like a massive cut down. I kind of overshot it a little bit mid-corner. Not going to have a good run off here. Is he just going to push us? It looks like it. Cool. Holy speed. I had that slight bump that we had, and I had such a run up to Joe there before the tunnel turn. That was weird. That was like the most speed I've had down that straightaway yet. Really trying to manage that thing not kicking out right there. Joe really wants to push that guy in front of him to try to get by that 26.
54.782.
Because he got out of line. I overshot that a little bit on entry. We're good. Slowed it down enough. Oh, they're going 3 wide. I don't know if that bottom guy knew they were 3 wide. He got a little loose tapping the 22 there. Well, they're both the 22. That was aggressive by Joe, but it worked. That guy's losing a ton of spots there. Damn. Oh. Was not expecting that earlier of a checkup. That was like before the turn, or before the 1 cone. Luckily, we checked up enough. That was scary. Because I got people like right on me too, so I didn't want to like go off too early. Yeah, getting down under that blast seam definitely wants to kick it a little loose, it seems. Got to be careful with that.
55.029.
What are we, 12th now? Oh no, we're 13th because Joe got by us when we were in 13th. Oh, the guy behind me went high and got loose.
Inside. Inside. Clear on the bottom.
Joe's knocked out.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, I guess he wasn't expecting that guy to dive it down there or something, maybe? I don't know. I'm like, who's the 9? It was the guy that was straight behind me. Unless they made contact, I don't know. That's a possibility. I just heard the tires squealing in the rear from that guy. But this thing is very drafty. You kind of gotta, everybody's staying in the draft with each other. I don't think first place is like getting away or anything up there, I don't believe. Yeah, he's 3/10s, 5/10s, 7/10s, like.
Whatever that was, I'm sorry, I got narrow tight.
Everybody's like pretty tight to each other.
I didn't really know where the guy was. Freddie kept appearing and on appearing. I should have just got out of it.
Yeah, being all the way on the bottom in turn 1 is a little loose as well. Interesting. Yeah, it seemed like the trucks here got looser than, or not looser, got more of a run than these things did down the straightaway. So they got kind of crazier racing, I feel like, than these. He's going way up there. I don't know if that's a good thing for turn 3. He's gonna get a run though, on the exit. How much fuel do we have left? 22 at the line, okay. Interesting. This 9 car has no intentions of pushing, clearly. He's diving it hard as hell down there.
Inside. Still inside.
Yep, definitely just gonna make somebody lift or he's gonna wreck himself.
Nah, tires are just really bad.
I understand why that guy said, what the fuck, 9. Makes a lot of sense now. Because he probably made contact with that dude with the way he drove that. Because if I just would have stayed in it, probably would have been on his right rear and spun him.
36 cars ahead of me. Holy dirty air.
I suck so much in turn 3.
When there's a whole queue in front of you, dude.
54.735.
But that was aggressive as hell.
0.246.
I feel like that's gotta eat away at his right front doing stuff like that though. Like that's crazy. Give him a bump. I'm not fast enough to keep up with him. I'm not even quick enough to keep up with him. Like, he didn't have to, like, the dive bomb, I was expecting that coming anyways. I saw him, like, poking out, so I was expecting that. Not the wash up middle corner, though, when we're, like, on his right rear still, so. That's the part that is more annoying, in my opinion. Like, he could have just stayed right there on the inside. Probably would have cleared me anyways, but he didn't have to pretty much almost wreck both of us, but it made me lift, or we were going to wreck. That's what his whole plan was. 'Cause there's definitely people that are out there that wouldn't have lifted. He got to the outside of the guy in front of him. He went way outside there in turn 1. I always want to say 1 and 2 because that's so normal to say. This track I always mess up when I'm talking because of that. Because I don't even call turn 2 there. I just call it the tunnel turn. And then whenever I say this one, I want to say 3 and 4 like every time, and I mess it up. Oh, got loose. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do what the 8 did there.
54.
This guy doesn't want to push either. Everybody just wants to send it.
Inside only. Still there, inside.
Don't get tight. Oh, caution. Okay.
Y'all suck. Y'all suck. I hate y'all.
Something to drink.
I wanted that to go green the entire way. That would have been very interesting. And we just lost that spot going into turn 1 too, so that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it
Let a
is.
guy go, which means caution in that route.
We're still running top 15 this whole time, so I can't be mad about it as the 35 car.
Saves me. Thank y'all.
I'm interested to see what tire wear is like now. It's not really going to be a fuel race anymore. We're all going to have to pit one more time regardless. But I'm interested to see what the tire wear is like.
Before they did the update, now you really get aero wash.
Because tire fall off didn't really happen too bad. Like, I feel like we're still running very sim. What was my fastest time?
Because I know you're a good driver. Dylan, and you're having trouble going anywhere.
54.5, and we just ran a 54. Yeah, I ran a 54.3 in qualifying, and we just ran a 54.6 20 laps
I know
in.
you're a good driver.
So
You're
tire
having
fall
trouble
off's
going
not bad at
anywhere.
all. It
It's
seems like.
almost impossible to pass in this thing now.
Yeah, it's rough.
Well, I mean, I pit started. I was like 6 seconds back of y'all.
Who, May?
I wouldn't say it's impossible. There's a few guys you pass like 15 or so cars
Yeah,
at the start. So
some of the faster guys know what they're
yeah,
doing.
my first race, like after the build, I was able to like get up like 11. I mean, it's not possible. It's just not as easy.
If you're aggressive as hell in the turn 1, he's the one to talk. Because he's saying it's
The
possible.
thing I
It
struggle
definitely
with the most
is.
personally is just getting runs on people to do it right now.
Yeah, really, somebody has to mess up for you to get a chance to get by them. They have to get loose or into the wall off the corners. One of the two. They either have to lift or get slowed up one way or the other. But we'll all come down and pit here. We got 3 sets of tires, and I imagine everybody's going to want to get fuel regardless. This will be interesting, though. But it was going pretty well. I didn't know if we were ever going to get a caution. I was hoping that we didn't. That would have been awesome. Because I don't know how the fuel thing would have gone for the ending. Some people might have came and got a splash and go or something at the end. Some people might have tried to save fuel. I was going to be one to try to save. Trying to keep it right at 55, if not get up to 56 barely. Don't hit that wall. That'd be bad.
5 away. And sure mark. Now, turn in, not too tight. You're gonna be leaning on me.
I usually suck. Yep. The 55-mile-an-hour pit roads, I usually slide really hard like that and go through my box slightly. I hate doing that. Always mess it up.
Go back go. The road speed.
Try not to spin tires too hard. Damn, I did not want to grip there. Who are we behind? Behind the 20, yeah. Definitely lost a couple spots, but that was on me. What was the tires like? 50 or 73, 78 right sides? Pretty even.
I got wheel damage and front end damage from being hit in the wall like on lap 3.
Unfortunate.
Tried that hit fall off.
Tires were pretty even though on the right side, so I'll take that. Not too bad at all.
Your box now.
I definitely slid way far
I
through my
thought I was
box.
on the sign, and I was like an inch. I was on the sign that said I was too far forward, so I guess I got to remember to back up a little bit.
I was kind of similar, but I felt like I slid through it, so. I didn't slide through it as bad as I do sometimes, though, at the 55.
What's a good tire work for 20 laps? I was at 74, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I was saving well or not.
Where is the 34? Is he towards the front or no? No, I don't know where he's at.
I think genuinely all of our tires will be around the same.
Looks like you should be lining up behind us.
That's
13 car, 76, 77. He was very even on those. 76, 78. So yeah, I was a little bit lower on my right front for sure. But we were all pretty close at least. So I wasn't killing them too much more. Right rear wasn't bad compared to anybody either.
It's super high. Or it's like stuttering
One to go.
every once in a while.
Alright, it looks like you're going to be on the inside, I think. We
Two
should be
tires
behind the
could
25.
potentially work, but you are wearing the right or the left sides a good bit. Like, I think if it comes like a short run at the end, 2 tires could possibly work, but you're gonna be looser than normal. So that's the scary part, because already kind of loose at this track off the corner. Well, in turn 3 especially. The other 2 aren't too bad, but turn 3 is pretty loose. 2 tires might make you even looser. So it could work, it might not, I don't know. It could be worth a gamble depending on where you're at. Technically, I didn't lose any spots. I came in 15th, left 15th, so I guess a couple other people might have slid through their box as well with me and lost more time than I did. Because I was kind of anticipating it, because I always slide through my box like on the first pit stop with the 55 pit speed. Like Daytona, Talladega, I feel like I always screw up pitting the first time around. I don't know why. It's just like 10 miles an hour faster than normal, so when I go to stop, I just slide even further than normal. I need to like back it up the slightest bit, but sometimes I slow up way too much, and I don't want to like go super slow into my box either. I try to like hit it as well as possible. But yeah, it would be interesting to see. 2 tires could work towards the end potentially, because you don't need full fuel in the next stop regardless. If we go past halfway. But yeah, he's still making about 39 laps. Fuel is not really much of a question now. You can kind of just pit whenever. Just kind of run it out, pit.
Did a really good job, man.
Unless tires really start falling off at some point. Alright, I'm anticipating being in the middle, like 3 or 4 wide here, which is not going to be fun.
I don't think we're going. Look at
Oh, delayed green as soon as we're about to go.
That's my fault. I
Whitney,
definitely
when you get to
downshift
the left.
first.
Where is the 8 car? I thought he was like ahead of us. Oh, he must have really screwed up.
One to go.
He's way back there. Oh, he must have gotten like a black flag or something maybe, and had to let people by. Maybe that's why he came to a stop.
Oh, hey, Jackson.
We have to wait for the pace car to come.
Hi.
Pause. It's coming off pit road right now. It is going so slow though. It needs to pick up the pace here, bud. There is the pace car. Still wondering how long the 9 until it gets spun driving up here. Yeah, you never know. Anything could happen. We'll see. I think, is he all the way up in 6th right now? No, that's not him. Oh, he's a little bit further back. Yeah, he's in 10th, it looks like. Maybe 9th or 11th, because he's on the inside, but past that line there on that time in 10th. So he's probably 9th or 11th, it looks like. He's probably gonna send it into turn 1 3 wide on the bottom of people, is my guess. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see a wreck in front of us going into turn 1. So we got to be ready for that. But also, I'm fully anticipating somebody behind me jumping the start and getting to my inside, because I'm not trying to be the one that's 3 or 4 wide on the inside and being that crazy guy. But if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to try to get a jump or anything. But I know there's other people that will. So kind of got to be ready for it. I'm not too worried about like saving fuel or anything right now, just because like we're all gonna have to make one more stop anyways, and we'll have some cautions most likely with us getting bunched up like this. So that first caution could be the death sentence of us, because I was like slowly bleeding off some spots there right before that caution, but it wasn't too bad. It was only to like some of the faster guys, and then like the 26 I think just got by us before the caution came out. Because he like dove it into the turn 1. Because we were around him most of the race.
Green, green, green. The lead is 0.4.
The guy behind me kind of has a run. He's not looking out, thank God. So you got, like, nobody's being that crazy guy. Somebody on the outside went 3 wide on the outside. Oh, this guy's getting loose.
I went after
We're going under it. That guy's getting spun as well. We're good. I didn't want to cut that guy off. I could have probably gotten a bump from that Chili's car, but it is what it is. Hell yeah, we got by that turn 1. That was crazy. We made it by that, thank God.
Thanks for all the free spots.
The guy in front of me just got loose and I think caused pretty much everything there. That was scary. But hell yeah, I'll take that.
There's bumps down there.
I don't know what he did. Did he get up to like 5th, downshift to 4th or something? Because I was just in 4th riding and it didn't feel loose at all to me. But I'll take that. Free spots. I could have probably been in front of that 33 if I would have just came up off of turn 1, but I didn't really want to make an enemy or anything and make him like try to swerve and try to go by me, or if he just would have bumped me, I don't know. What did we move from? Like 15th to, oh, 14th, that's it? I guess like some guys got by on the outside maybe going into turn 1, because I lifted a lot for the 25. So we gained 1 spot. Now we're on the outside like we started the race, which wasn't a bad thing. We did fine on the outside to start the race. Did that 9 car end up in anything? No, he's still up there. He's in 8th. Who's up front right now? Like all the way up front. The 1 car, Kevin King, that makes sense. With Dylan saying he was an ex-Coke driver. That makes sense. Joe's all the way up to 5th already, though, and he didn't qualify. He's flying through the field. I know Seth is fast in 6th. I'm just happy that we've been running like top 15 all day. I can't be mad about that as the 35 car. We haven't done anything crazy, stupid, or anything. I bumped 1 guy going into the tunnel turn, but that's because everybody was like checking up, really, but... Outside got huge runs in your truck race. Yeah, further in our race too, it did. Yeah, like people were passing on the outside in turn 1 mainly. Off of the starts of the race though, I think the inside was a little bit better in the trucks for us. But once you got like a little bit of green flag, the only way to pass was like getting to somebody's outside, because then down the straightaway you would have a slight run, but you would have the draft, so it would just pull you ahead. So that's like the main thing. I've seen people doing that in this race as well. Like they'll just like shoot it outside into turn 1, like 2 or 3 wide way out there, and then just kind of like hold it on their outside somehow. I don't know how they're not killing their tires, but I guess the tires don't wear too bad in these things. Like they don't fall off. The wear and fall off just doesn't match as much, it feels like.
Sorry, let me pick it up a bit.
I don't think there's anybody a lap down. There's no lucky dog. At least this time by. But being on the outside, I just have to know how many is on the inside of me, pause. And adjust accordingly into the corner. Like if we're through wide, I at least have to be up here, if not higher. But who knows? Because that's what happened on that start. Somebody in the outside lane screwed up and stacked it up. And somebody got to the outside of the outside lane, and we were 3 wide going into that corner. But the guy in front of me just started losing it by himself. I think that's kind of what caused that wreck. But I'm happy that he didn't slide down into us, because he kind of got like clipped on the right rear and it straightened him out, and then more chaos happened. Luckily I went low enough and dodged it, because I tried to do that in the truck race coming off of turn 1, because it was like a very similar thing, except people were getting hit, and the guy got like straightened out but then returned back down right into our nose, which sucked. It was just a massive crash. I think like half the field was in it at least. Some sort of damage in it. And then there was one on the green-white checkered at the end where like half the field was in it behind me. So got kind of lucky that we didn't have to run the 2 laps, because I think I was going to fall off really fast in those 2 laps with aero damage on the nose. It was just like a little bit on the right front, but I think it would have made a pretty big difference down the straightaways here. Because we didn't have any engine damage or anything, but the aero damage is gonna hurt at this kind of track. I don't know if it would have made me a lot tighter or anything in the corners either. Didn't really get to run to find out, which I'm fine with. But we're gonna be on the outside for this one.
Where to go? Should be on the outside this time.
Like I'm not mad being on that side. I think the inside's scarier in a way, because if you don't pull out a line, most likely somebody else is going to pull out a line on you. So it could just get very sketchy and you're in the middle 3 or 4 wide. And you don't 100% know how many wide you are. So hopefully we can continue to survive in these restarts for now, because we've only had the beginning one, and now that was the first caution restart, and then this will be the second one. But hopefully nobody misses a shift up here or something. I don't know what the hell happened on this outside lane last time. I don't know if somebody was in a wrong gear or missed a shift. I have 0 idea. Still got 36 laps in fuel currently. So we can easily go to like 60. A little bit past that if needed. And if we do pit under green, a 2-tire stop would be interesting under green to me. Now under caution, I don't know, because I feel like I'm just gonna get absolutely killed at the end on 2 tires. Like, I feel like I might get loose and then be passed by 10 people or something. But you could make up more spots in pit lane under caution. But I feel like I'd be more likely to take 2 tires under green than under caution, if we make it that far to a green flag stop. But if we do get a caution around lap 40, like 40, 41, I might just pit, get tires and fuel, and try to make it to the end if we were to go green.
Oh man, pace car's off. Drive smart there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If it's a green flag stop, I might take 2 towards the end. Like, I would run my fuel out and only have like 15-ish laps left, so it wouldn't be that long.
Clear, clear, clear. Outside.
That guy's sending it outside.
Inside only.
We're in the middle, 3 wide.
Still there.
Back off for him. Just get to the outside.
Still there.
They're wrecking on the inside.
Caution, caution.
Another caution.
Talk to me, guys. What do you got? Close.
That's what I'm thinking. If it's green, run my fuel and get 2 tires. Have a short run with 2 tires at the end. Green, if it goes that far. Green, because it doesn't look like it right now. And if we keep getting cautions like this until like lap 40 or 41, I might just pit and get fuel only, because the tires aren't going to be worn out at all, and they don't really fall off anyways. Yeah, I'm going to lose some track position, but can make it the rest of the way on fuel. That'd be my goal, really. Because if we keep going like 1 corner caution until like lap 40 or so here, then I might do that. But if we can get like a nice 10-15 lap run, I'll take tires anyways, because we have 3 sets. And then if a caution happens towards the end, I'll still have another set. Yeah, 2 tires and a splash of gas for the ending, yeah. If it gets to that point, yes. Under green for sure. Because we only need 9.1 gallons right now, when you could hold 20 in the Cup car. So yeah, it definitely would be a very quick stop. Even though like in iRacing, they still have the same timing as the 5 lug nut stop, because we're still doing like 13-second stops. We're not doing 10-second stops like they are in real life, 10 to 8, depending on the variant of how quick your crew is. Like 9 something is usually like the average, I feel like, but in iRacing we're still doing like 13-5 normally, like they're doing 5 lugs. I'm shocked that they haven't updated that, like to have faster pit stops with the 1 lug on these things. Like, these cars have been out for a while in iRacing, and they haven't updated the pit stop time. I just noticed we gained 2 spots on that restart. Let's go. We were 14th, now we're 12th. Because 2 guys, I think, wrecked off of turn 1, so that will take that. And this 33 was on our inside, backed up enough, and just sent it to the outside 3 wide in turn 1. Like, that was nuts. Like, that's such a wild change of direction from the start-finish line here to turn 1. I think the 31 just died. I saw him mic up earlier, and he just disconnected. But yeah, these caution laps are awful. They're like 2 minutes apiece. It's terrible. Hate all these cautions. We were doing good. We had first 20 laps green. That was awesome. What happened? Whoever brought out that first caution, your mom's a hoe. Because we'd still probably be running like 15th or so, around there. We probably would have already done a green flag stop. And we would have been probably about lap 40-ish at this point. 42, 45, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. Because these laps are like almost a minute long. They did run out of skill. It was a skill issue for sure. I'm just not sure what happened, because it was nowhere around me. It wasn't anywhere in front of us. I wasn't right in my mirror that I noticed. So I don't know what brought out the first caution. Because we were having a good green flag run to start the race, which was pretty shocking, honestly. Joe's up in 5th still. Seth is in 6th. That 12 car is like the only one really out of place up there, I feel like. Just because he's like the only double-digit number in the top 7. It's pretty funny. Oh, I think that's a 7 car who disconnected, reconnected. I don't know if he ended up in a wreck and then thought he was like, I'm done with this race, and then he second thought it, maybe coming back out trying to get some more positions. Because you don't go that many laps down here. Like, you can get a ton of your car fixed. Did that guy just get a 1X going through the grass? You can get a ton of your car fixed at this place with like almost like 2 minutes of pacing a lap. Like, if you go 1 lap down, you can get like 5 minutes of damage repaired probably. So you can get a significant amount done, and these cars like fully fix to where your car is good to go again. As long as you don't have engine damage, you'll be good to go if you get all your damage fixed. What's up, Ace? How's it going? Hopefully having a good weekend.
I have a question.
I don't have an answer.
Has the blue cone always been before turn 1? Or is Ethan Lane correct in saying that there was one after turn 1?
I think it's always been before turn
The
1.
blue cone was before turn 1.
Because you never had to stay on the apron through turn 1.
On the blend line in 2018, they would have the blue cone come out turn 1. You have to run the apron all the way around, but I have no idea when they.
You're heading to work for a bit? Nice.
I've been on.
You guys got some racing to do today?
Before turn 1 for those 2 years.
If so, good luck out there.
There was a point where it was off of turn 1, but I think it was causing more problems than it was solving.
Yeah, I don't remember a blend line off of turn 1 at Pocono. I always remember coming out into turn 1. Maybe they changed it quickly and I never really ran it then.
Scoreboard.
4 cars, nice.
Yeah, but
good luck to all of them.
Fix the green cone on exit of Pet Road for Auto Club if you get wrecked.
After this race, I'm going to, I think it's a 3/8 mile, like asphalt track that we've never gone to. It's like an hour away or something that we've never been out to. We're gonna go watch some racing there as long as it doesn't rain. It looks kind of dark out, but hopefully it doesn't rain. That's Florida for you.
Race today?
I don't know. I know the trucks were last night.
Oh, they're not going to Pocono.
But yeah, I'm excited to see this
Yeah, they haven't got.
new track that we're going to. It's not new track, it's just new to us because we haven't been there. I'll delay it again.
Check that.
But there's like, I think there's some sort of late model. I don't know if it's super late models or just regular late models running there. It's like their first points race of the year, so that should be pretty good. And then there's like pro trucks as well, so that should be good. I think they're doing like 70 or 75 laps in the pro trucks, so that should be cool. Yeah, hopefully it stays dry out there, but it's Florida. It could rain at any moment. I wouldn't be shocked, but hopefully it stays dry because it'd be fun to go to a new place. And it's a 3/8. I feel like that's bigger than what is normally around here that we've gone to. I think usually what we've gone to is like a quarter. So it'll be interesting to see that. But there's like some Bandoleros running, some like mini stocks. I think there's regular stock cars, like street stocks or whatever. I think there's like this other weird class. They look like almost like the sprint cars, like the wingless sprint cars on iRacing, like the asphalt ones, but like they're weird customized ones from people. I don't know. They look really odd, but they look interesting at the same time. So I'll try to get some pictures and throw them in my Discord and stuff later on while I'm out there. See how many cars are out there. I'm not sure. I think there'll be a good amount of cars for the pro trucks and the those late models or super late models because it's their first points race. I think there'll be a good amount there for those two classes because there's like the main two that are running. So it'll be interesting for sure. 20 car wants to start 3 wide. I'm down. Let's all start 3-4 wide and see what happens. Somebody clear our blacks.
Gonna be dogfight, man. Gonna be dogfight on these restarts.
All right, let's see if we can get a decent start here again and avoid the wrecks in turn 1. Hopefully there's not a wreck in turn 1 this time.
8 cars down, be ready. Green, green, green.
Pretty good start for everybody.
Did a 0.8.
Go for broke 5 wide, yeah right. I'm gonna end up dying if I tried that.
5, 8, side.
That 33 is going 3 wide on the outside again. Hopefully this guy in the bottom knows we're 3 wide. He did, thank God. And hopefully we clear him before the tunnel turn. We did. Nice. 33, you're an idiot.
Alright, go, my boat.
I don't know why he would pull down like that right before the turn.
Still out there. 2 outside. 2.
I about sent him into the next universe.
Still out there.
Had to lift there, so I didn't run up into the guy in front of us, or on the outside of us.
Still outside.
Really don't want to be on the bottom lane down these long straights. But hey, we made it a lap.
Outside.
Hell yeah, everybody, we did it. Congrats.
Still outside. You're clear. Outside.
Need to try to get up at some point.
Outside. Still outside.
Feel like through the tunnel turn is my best
Still outside.
chance to get up or up in front or behind.
Clear here.
Finally settling in. It seems like you really want to be on the outside of everybody.
All right.
That was Scurry. Running super trucks tonight. Normally, you don't really dominate that nice, so hopefully you guys win. That'd be awesome. What's up, Taylor? TD Taylor? How's it going? Oh, Dylan's gone again. Number 7 car out here. He's gonna lose a bunch of I rating. We're in 15th, which is where we've been roughly all day, like 12th to 15th, I feel like. Dang it, didn't get it rotated. Have a decent exit at least. I don't know if it was that dirty air or I just turned down too late. Trying to get a little bit of a cut down there, but I don't want to get too loose because going across those seams is scary. Really wants to kick the back end out a lot of the time.
54.458.
Fastest lap of the session for me. Nice.
53.692.
Yeah, I really don't know if that, like, kind of a cut down lane that he's doing or that second lane or very bottom like I just did, which one kills your tires more? No clue at all. I feel like I ran the super bottom a lot in that first run. I did have worse right front wear than most, so maybe I don't want to keep it down there too much. I was kind of slow through that tunnel turn. Oh, somebody got sent. Either they got sent or they about lost it right there.
Hey, yo, man.
Maybe he got sent. I don't know what he said, but he sounded angry.
54.356. Last position.
Another fast lap of the session for us. Dang it. Tapped the gas a little early. It got me tight. Either that or it was the guy cutting down the wake of his car. I don't know. Supposed to go to the dirt races tonight. They got canceled. The owner didn't pay the insurance. Oh my god. That's rough. I thought you were going to say like it rained or something like that. That's unfortunate because my parents were going to go to some races last week, but my foot was hurting, so I wasn't going to go with them. But then it got rained out anyways. Before they even went, they canceled it, saying there was too much water on the premises. That was a good turn 3. Got a little loose there, but that was manageable. That was like almost a perfect turn 3 for myself.
54.
The guy behind me doesn't want to catch up apparently. He was like way out of the draft on me.
Deleted. Did 54.085.
See, that's the turn one I need to do a lot. That felt really solid and stable, so that's good. So you guys not going to another dirt track tonight then? You were just planning on doing that one, and since that got canceled, you don't have any other plans to do a different one? It's probably hard to change last second on like your plan on what you're gonna do. I don't know how all that works. If like you just go there and register, for that race that day, or you have to call ahead of time and reserve your spot. I don't know how any of that works. I think I've heard like where people just change going from one to another in the same day without just like showing up or whatever. I don't know how any of that works though. Damn, that higher line that he is doing in front of us is very fast. I just really suck in turn one. I feel like I'm only good in the tunnel turn. And that's if I hit it right. Like, I hit it pretty good there. Got on the throttle a little early though. Because the tunnel turn, you could gain or lose a lot of time in a very short corner. That was actually a good turn 3. Let's go. Caught the 29 a good bit there.
Only halfway through this thing.
Only halfway. Now if there's a caution, I could pit and make it the rest of the way on fuel at least. Everybody could. Try this higher lane, try like a cut down in it. Maybe I need to carry more speed or something. I don't know. That was weird. I suck in turn 1 so much. Trying to experiment with different things, go into that middle lane, try to cut down there. I thought somebody was smacking the wall really hard up there, it looked like, for a second. They must have saved it from the wall. That was a smooth 3, but I don't know if it was any fast. It didn't seem like it. Still sitting 15th. The 8 cars behind us, who is very fast. He definitely is working his way up through the field right now. Yeah, he is a lot faster than us in turn 1, at least there. Supposed to go to Longdale Speedway, but can't go to the other one. Hang on, let me get through this corner. Try not to miss my corners too bad while reading. Oh, they're not racing tonight. Oh, okay, so that's unfortunate. Gotcha. So that's just bad timing, like one getting canceled and the other one's not running.
Outside.
Damn, he held that outside in turn 3, crazy. We'll just lose the 1 spot to him though.
4.313. You're clear now.
That outside in 3 was nuts. I was not anticipating that at all. It's such a flat corner. They've got to be getting it set on the right rear or something a little bit faster than me in turn 1, I feel like. Because I feel like that's where they're killing me, is like the exit of turn 1. Getting to the inside of that 29 now. That's a good turn 3. I like that. A 24 car piled up happened on lap 1 Thursday night in NIS. Oh my god, that's crazy. I kind of wish that would have happened here. Like, everyone that wasn't me. Oh, that guy's getting half spun and getting overcorrected up into the wall.
There we go. Now it's just push to the front.
What a save.
No! Wait.
I think that was that 33 car. Oh. Don't bounce off. We're good. I thought that guy was going to bounce off the wall. That was super tight. The 29 got a little tight there through that tunnel turn and just got on throttle. Was coming across that dude's nose. Pause. I don't think this guy will push us down the straightaway. He wants to just try to pass. But we gained 2 spots that lap. Nice. Back to 14th. Maybe I slow up too much for the corner, but I feel like I get so tight if I don't slow up enough. I don't know how these guys are doing it without absolutely murdering their tires. Almost forgot the downshift there. Feel like that messed up my entry because I didn't downshift early enough. I didn't rotate. Somebody's way up there in the wall. Car feels good right now though. Feels like it drives pretty easy, which I'm happy with. Definitely looks like this run is getting more spread out than the last one. We still got 21 more laps of fuel. And if this thing goes green to the end, I'm gonna try that 2-tire strategy on the pit stop. Will I kill myself? Potentially. Could I gain a bunch of spots? Potentially. Because it would be a real short run to the end. Yeah, that guy behind that 20 car is either roasted his tires or messing up some corners over and over right now. Damn, look at that slide job. That guy tried to do a crossover there on the exit. He's not going to be able to complete that crossover. He's just losing time because the other one has the draft. We just hit our fastest lap this far into this run. That's pretty funny. .54.1 is not that bad. In the draft and stuff might be bad. Like, some people are probably hitting 53s as their fast times, I would imagine. Because some guys were at a 54.0 in qualifying. Dang it. Didn't turn it early enough or something. I'm just happy I haven't downshifted it into third by accident so far. Because sometimes when I get in the, what's it called? The habit of shifting a whole bunch into a corner, then sometimes I go from fourth to third on an accident because I was in fourth instead of fifth, or I'm just in the habit of doing it in general. 26 trying to send it through on the very outside by the wall. Look at that cut down though. That is crazy. All the way to the top, almost all the way to the bottom. Day isn't over. You're gonna go bowling here, nice. I haven't done bowling in a long time. Bowling would be fun to do. Definitely would be sore the day after or something. Noticed every time gone longer, Longdale. Haven't, let me finish that on the front stretch. Luckily there's some nice long straightaways and we're not really like battling for a lot of positions at the moment. It's easy to read at that point. Oh, well, no, we're good. Haven't had any issues, been invited, but of course this year it got canceled. Yeah, that sucks. So it's like that place is like, that place has just got some bad juju to it. It's like every time you go or something, like you haven't had issues, but just getting canceled and something always, you seem to notice something when every time you go there. Got like the same gap behind as I do in front of me. That's a good tunnel turn. What do we got? Like 17 more? Might get on throttle a little late there. That could be one issue. I think I've like barely got their draft, but the draft's not super duper strong like it used to be. I can't get this thing to set on the right rear to get on the throttle good enough. I tried running the line that they did. I lost 2/10 to them.
I'll give it to you in the 3 if you want to wait.
And a 10th to the guys behind us.
I guess into 1. Maybe.
Taking your cousin bowling like they do in GTA 4. GTA 4 is good. It wasn't as good as GTA 5, but that was a fun game as well. Did enjoy it.
Deleted. Did a 53.94.
The swing set glitch was crazy to do. I remember once I found that out, trying to do that for a while. It took me a little while to figure it out, but got it sooner or later. I didn't slow down enough. I was trying to see if I could roll that seam. It's gonna slow us down for this straightaway. I'm gonna lose that draft in front of us, I think. But really, you're not gonna go much slower, if any. I can kind of just keep it in fourth, shipping it into the tunnel turn. I don't got like too strong of a draft on me. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better in turn 3 here. Turn 1 is really my issue right now. Thought that guy hit the wall hard enough he was gonna fall back a little bit. Not the case. Still running 54.3, which is like what I qualified with, which is pretty crazy. I feel like getting all the way to the bottom there is a little bit better. They're going to be side by side, slowing each other up a little bit now. Guy behind me is flying. I turned in a little early there. Wanted to wash out. My favorite local track? Oh, caution. All right,
I mean,
that changes everything.
Dude.
My favorite local track was East Bay, but that doesn't race anymore. That was like the dirt track that was close to us. Now I don't really have a dirt track that close. But oval track, I don't really know. I haven't gone to a ton of them. Like Bradenton is a couple hours away, like hour and a half. But that's the Freedom Factory now.
Yeah,
haven't been there
21,
since
but I was down there
Cletus really bought it. But to like see a race or anything, like we went to the drag strip earlier this year and saw the nationals going on there, which was pretty fun. Because like NHRA was there and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool to see. Because I haven't seen like the actual NHRA cars before. But that's like literally right next to the Freedom Factory. Other than that, Showtime is kind of close to me. Haven't been there in a while. My parents went there a couple weeks ago, but I didn't go because I was doing a 24-hour race at Nürburgring. And then today we're going to a new one that's like an hour or something away that we've never been to, so I haven't been to a whole lot of tracks locally, to be fair. Like East Bay was the main one, but it's no longer like racing anything. I'm gonna take a little bit extra fuel here, actually, just in case we get green, white checkered to the end. I don't want it to be like having to save fuel or anything. I'll take an extra gallon and a half. It'll be fine. So we don't have to worry about it at the end.
Road is open.
Because, yeah, I saw High Limit run at East Bay last year in February or March, one of the two. And then we were going to go back in October to see the finale there, which was like some World of Outlaws super late models and stuff racing. And it was going to be like for $50,000 the winner of that race, which would have been crazy. But the hurricanes and stuff came through like the week or two before and absolutely put too much water around and everything, so that kind of sucked. So they canceled that and never had that race. Do Days of Thunder go to the pits for get ice cream? I could get up, go grab like an ice cream sandwich or something, but no, I'm not going to. I wouldn't really be able to eat it with the gloves very well.
Go, 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 go. Pit road speed.
Let's not hook each other off pit road. That guy that was in front of me that pitted slid through a little bit. I was happy I didn't slide through my box that time. I was trying to be real easy on it and stuff. We don't have any damage, right? No. We're good. So hopefully we can stick in this like top 15 area like we have been all day. That'd be nice. I'll be happy about that. You got people who watch at Showtime, big figure 8 races early in the year. Yeah, I remember it used to be called Sunshine Speedway, and then it came back as Showtime Speedway like 10 years ago almost, and we went out there for like the first big one with the reopen, and it was a big figure 8 race and stuff. It was fun to watch. That stuff is enjoyable. There are pit limiters in iRacing, mostly for the dirt cars, And if you run NIS like this, I think you can set one, but I never do it. Even when I do the endurance races, I don't set a pit limiter. I do it with my foot. Because the pit limiter gets you like right at the miles an hour. Like this one's 55, but it'll be like 54, 55, 54, 55. When I do it with my foot, I can go 55, 56, 55, 56. So I can get like a slight edge. So I try to get as much of an advantage as I can. So I don't use the pit limiters. I like doing it with my foot, like I'm actually driving it and everything, because if you put the pit limiter on, you can just full throttle in pit lane with your pit limiter on, and then I just feel like it's a bad habit for me, because not every car has it. Because when you do some other oval racing, they don't have those pit limiters, so it could get you in a bad habit, in my opinion. But if you do a lot of races with pit limiters, it'd be just fine. How much fuel? We got 31 in fuel. Yeah, we're good on fuel. But you definitely can speed on pit road without the pit limiter, so pros and cons. I'd rather get the edge and risk the speed limit, even though like I know how to not be over too much usually. On the exit of pit road is like the worst whenever I get like a speeding in the pits, because they'll just send you to the back on their pacing here. And because it doesn't do the slowdown. If you get to 56, it won't say slow down, and that's usually like my indication on like where the edge of it is, because you can be at 56 and it won't say slow down on entry, but on the exit it doesn't say slow down at all, so you can like kind of be a little bit too high on it. So I try to be more careful on exit and not get up to 56 much. But all right, these restarts have been wild. We got 25 laps left, coming to 24 to green. With the green, at least. So, we're gonna see how this goes. Take a last drink before this start. And hopefully we can dodge these wrecks that have been happening. We gained 2 or 3 spots in pit road, though. That time. Nice. See what happens.
Green flag.
Nobody missing the shift or anything, it seems like. Guys on the bottom absolutely sending it.
Still there.
Back off a little bit.
Still there.
Think we're 3 wide, because that guy is tight on my door.
Still there. Still there.
I don't know how hard you can push it out here, or if it gets loose.
No hole yet.
Oh boy.
One inside.
We're 2 wide, that's good.
Still there. Still inside.
At least we weren't 3 wide going into the tunnel turn.
Still inside.
I could have probably washed out to the wall a little bit better. That was on me, but we didn't make contact.
Wide inside. Still there.
Try not to smack the wall with everybody else like we did earlier.
One inside.
Got that draft. We're going to be clear.
56.679.
Oh, that's Joe behind me. He's definitely fast.
5.663. Inside.
How the hell did he end up way back here?
Inside. Still on the inside.
I don't know how Joe ended up way back here. He was like top 5.
Clear.
Wonder if he sped in pit road or slid through his box and whatnot. I have no idea. Joe's blinking a little bit too. That's scary. Don't want to get too close to him and spin him or anything.
Yo, were we 3 wide there, Lake? I had no clue. This is completely my bad. My spotter didn't say anything.
Definitely scary on those restarts. You can't do any adjustments to the car in fixed. Like you can't change tire pressure, wedge, anything. There's nothing to change.
53.395.
Because fixed, all you can do is change the tires and fuel. That's it. You got the wall pretty hard. Because if there was some sort of advantage you can get in fixed like that, it would be crazy. Everybody would be like moving tire pressures around and stuff as soon as they get to the start of the race for when they pit. But yeah, all you can do is change out your 4 tires, and they limit you on the amount of tires you could take. And then just change out fuel, that's it. Gotta run on this guy, but I'm not gonna try to send it under him or anything. Not gonna be dumb like that. Barely gotta run anyways. Gotta back off.
Outside. Clear hand.
Thought he was actually gonna stay on my outside there. He got the nose there on entry and then kind of got tight probably. Hey, I'm happy everybody made it past a lap or so we can actually get the racing in here. We might be able to go green to the end, which would be nice. This guy isn't gonna try anything. Love to see it. Oh, that got loose. That got big loose. That was weird. I don't know if that was like a harder send into the corner than normal. Somebody losing it. Oh, there's a wreck.
Really?
Damn it. All I did was freaking get on the brakes and it wanted to hook right. Damn it. That was my bad on who ran into me.
No,
That was really weird. I'm gonna go pit and get that damage fixed though. Because that was very odd.
It doesn't mean just drive through.
How
the
bad is
bridge.
damage?
If I didn't drive through, you
Appeared to have a little incident on the track. Unfortunate. We still got 20 laps to go, so it is what it is.
I mean,
I don't really want to change tires just because we just changed them. They're not going to be bad.
So hard you have to stop in front of someone's nose, expecting them to stop for you.
Not sure who that wreck was, but I thought they were going to be up high, so I started going low, and then everybody spreaded there, and I like barely tapped the brakes, and it hooked back right hard. That was weird.
Chris, that race.
Definitely want to go get that damage fixed though, because with 20 laps left, definitely gonna hurt us.
Yeah, a couple guys put me in the lift or wreck situation. I know who they were, and I will have no compunctions about doing the same to them if
No
the
what?
roles are reversed later.
No compunctures. I haven't heard that word
The
ever.
difference between tunnel turn was you're side by side, and you're in the vulnerable position, the outside, versus being behind someone, just sending it in and stopping in front of them.
Yeah, I don't know. They were like 4 wide, it looked like, so
My bad.
I don't know
I was trying to check
what
the left,
happened
I
there.
couldn't see what was going on there.
We'll go back and see after the race what happened with these wrecks.
Frank, you could go over your high horse there. I don't know why you're so toxic. I was just questioning the move that Kevin did. But I'll watch
It looks like a couple guys up here got damage. They want to go get fixed as well. We're going to fall to the back of the pack, which is going to really suck, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Whose horse is high?
Alright.
My pit stall's on like a big ass hump right here. Holy crap. That's really weird. How much damage? 3 minutes, damn it. That's unfortunate. I kind of can, I got time to like look at, oh, I got rear, the rear end damage. I'm not too worried about that. The right front is more what I was worried about there. But like, what happened there? What happened here with all these guys? Because they were like, who ended up sideways? It was him. Because he went in super deep, slid up. Oh, got clipped in the left rear by the 29. And these guys were like 3 wide tight. And he just got spun around. He didn't really get much damage unless he got hit by somebody else. I'm the freaking 35 car and my squirrel ass. I thought people were up high spinning. So I started merging left like with everybody. And then I just barely tapped the brakes and it lost it. That was weird. I guess I locked it for a second. That's why. That's my own. Oh, actually, I think I locked it before I hit the wall. When I got loose, I just barely tapped it. I was just off throttle. I hit it like halfway, and then it just went back right. Weird. Then I got hit from behind, but that's not that guy's fault or anything. We'll be able to get most of it fixed at least, which is nice. Because these long-ass pit times. And then there'll probably be another caution. We can get the rest fixed. Because they're going to be coming around to the 1 to green here, and we'll have to go catch around and stuff. I want to at least get, like, a good bit of this fixed. Once it gets to, like, 5 seconds behind me, I'm going to go. Next pit stop, we can pretty much get everything else done.
Go.
Definitely don't want to get caught on pit road and go a lap down. Even though there'll probably be a caution. Just try not to do what we did in qualifying and wreck it off of turn 1, like into turn 1. We were running pretty damn good though, so I'm happy with how we were doing. We just messed up there trying to avoid that wreck. So that's unfortunate. What were our tires anyways? 94, 96? Yeah, they're not bad at all. Maybe one of the other cautions we have when we go get damage fixed, I'll get tires. Potentially. Gonna be on the inside lane, it looks like, way in the back. Just gotta watch out where everybody's at. Cause I don't know how fast we're gonna catch him or anything. His pacing is so slow. Oh, P's going in the pits again. Bye. Because we're on 1 degree and I'm not going into the pits again and get it fixed right now. Car drives straight enough, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, I didn't check to see if we had any engine damage or not. I can check once we catch up here. They're probably right by the tunnel turn. Yeah, they're in the tunnel turn. The end of the field is, at least. Such a long pace lap. Such a big track. We caught up. We're gonna Kyle Busch this, just full throttle by everybody. What is the RPMs? 2,000? Yeah, we're good. No engine damage. So we're good. We're good on that. It's just aero damage that we have.
You ready? We're going on the flag. Be ready.
I'm not necessarily planning on 2 tires because I have to sit there and get damage fixed anyways. So we're gonna be in the back regardless. And plus, we can make it to the end on fuel already. Like, we don't have to pit if there's no caution. And look who Kyle Busch to start. That guy Kyle Busch the hell out of that thing. Oh, that guy's going down. There may not be a caution for that, though. It was at the very back of the field, and we did get the caution anyways.
How you doing in there, kid?
We sure done did.
Screws up, guys. There's some screws laying right there. Get those screws up right in front of
I guess I'll take my tires now, just because, like, we're coming to the end of this thing anyways.
Crash test from here on out at this point?
Probably. But, we're gonna go get this damage fixed and everything. Try to get the rest of it fixed, at least. I'll take my tires, too, just because. Why not? Tires aren't too bad or anything, but nobody else is gonna pit for their tires by the end of this thing. We have to go and catch the pace car first. I think I'm gonna have all besides maybe like 20, 30 seconds of this damage fixed, so pretty much all of it done. Car will be pretty good to go. But yeah, there's no reason to only take 2 because it's not really gonna be an advantage over 8, or I've read 8 up there, but 4 tires just because we have to sit there and wait for our damage to fix anyways. So I ain't worried about it. Wish we would catch the pace car though fully before we get around. Dang it! I'm mad I messed that up.
No lift challenge.
Cause like we didn't even end up in a wreck. I wrecked myself trying to dodge a wreck, and it just like hooked right for some reason. That was so weird. Like just hitting like a half throttle just hooked me back right hard, which I was not anticipating. Because we were running top 15 the entire race as the 35, which I was really happy with. Oh well. It happens. Pocono is a fun track. Very difficult. Very high speeds as well on these straightaways, which is crazy. I think we were going like 190 or so. I don't know if the actual cup cars nowadays are still getting up to 200 or not. I don't remember from last year. Because they could get over like 200 by themselves before. Now they can't. I don't know about in the draft they do anymore. I don't know if qualifying's happened yet or not, or anything like that in real life. Or unless qualifying's happening today, I'm not sure. We coming to the pits again. Our pit stall's pretty far down. This guy's just speeding on pit road. He's just gonna take the black flag, I guess. Just to get there a second or 2 earlier and just sit there for longer because of his black flag. Don't overshoot. We did.
Pull the damage
Overshot
meter,
again.
careful.
Unfortunate. Yeah, we still got just about 2 minutes of damage, so almost all of it can be fixed on this one, and we'll get our 4 tires. One more caution, we'll have everything fixed for sure. Which is fine. Unfortunate. It's not like we have really, really bad damage, so we could at least keep running, which is nice. Oh, they even made that a virtual mirror up there, but you can't, it's not like movable. You just have the actual virtual mirror up top I can move, even though that doesn't turn off with the car turning off, which is quite funny. But we'll get down to like 30 seconds probably-ish, roughly, and we can get the rest of it done in one more stop, which there'll probably be another caution anyways. So Seth's out front, the 8 car's back out front as well. Kevin's in 4th, Joe is in 6th. So a lot of the fast guys. And then that 9 car is up there who is aggressive as hell, really. What is my favorite car or truck to race? Well, my favorite car on iRacing the Race is the dirt super late models. I'm more of a dirt person than oval. But on the oval side, I'd say Gen 4. The old or new. I like the old one a ton. The new one's fine. Alright, we're just gonna go because we can get the rest of it fixed in one more stop regardless. It's not speed.
I feel like the what turn 4 is not big enough. Isn't it still big in the real world?
Get behind the 6. 1 to go.
Gonna be on the outside lane this
Be
time.
on the outside according to this.
But yeah, my favorite car is dirt super late models and then Gen 4s in the oval. Those are my 2 favorite.
I don't know, I have to watch this weekend because I thought they still had the giant letters on it.
And if you meant track instead of truck, I would say Knoxville on the dirt side, 'cause that's like my best track. Oval side, I don't really have a super high preference. I liked old Texas and old Atlanta a lot before they changed them. I did enjoy those. Is there like a lot of guys with black flags or something? Like, why? I'm catching the 10, but none of those 4 are the 10. I'm confused. Oh wait, that guy's behind me. I'm stupid. I didn't have it on. The relative like clicked on me. That's why I was looking at my relative and I was super confused. I'm like, I'm not even catching these guys, and none of them are the 10. Yeah, they're in the tunnel turn again. We'll catch them just before turn 3 once again, so we're good. And then one more caution. We'll have everything fixed in the car. And we got fresh tires right now. I don't know if that'll make much of a difference because we haven't really ran too many laps on these tires that everybody else is out here on. And we'll see if one of these guys back here fully Kyle Busch it again.
Do not scuff up the tires too much.
They need to come out with a trophy truck racing game. That'd be fun. I think that they came out with, I think iRacing has a game out. It's called like EXO, like EXO Cross, I want to say. And it's like it's not exactly like trophy trucks. It's I don't know what they're called. They're like different type of side carts and stuff, like 4x4 type thing. Like, it's weird. Like, it's interesting looking, but it's a very, massive crash.
What do you got now? Pit road is closed.
That could have been much worse. There's still people spinning.
Coming around it, 27.
Hell yeah. Massive wreck.
He just died.
That guy went flying. But yeah, look up that Exo Cross game. It might be more your kind of style if you want like a trophy truck type game. I don't know.
It's unfortunate.
But
Hold on, let me get the menu.
the trophy trucks in iRacing are pretty fun. I enjoy
I
them.
was scared.
You're going to be coming
I don't know how I
around
made
it
it through
with
there.
27.
Like the Pro 4s are what I really like a lot.
Half the guys around us just decided, oh, we're going to Daytona 500 or Daytona USA it through there, and what did the game? Nothing.
I saw smoke
Yeah,
going
well,
in turn
my
1, and I thought that
opinion
was
is
going to be like 10 cars and collected in that. But there might be a lot of guys that got damage out of that. I don't know.
Shot up, I was like, oh shoot.
It's okay. I wasn't clear. I moved down because I saw James pull up in front of Kevin, tried to get to the bottom.
Oh, Joe was the one that wrecked right there. Unfortunate. Oh, I was about to go into the pits here. It's not even open. We got to go around again. Yeah, look up that Exo Cross game and see what you think about it. 'Cause it's kind of like a I wouldn't say Need for Speed type game, but it has that kind of like racing style, in my opinion, where there's like nitrous and just the way it like looks and stuff. And
yeah, even if you weren't
to
clear,
me,
I don't think I would have turned to you like that. But you were just, for me, you were just blinking a bit.
Maybe that's why it wasn't a bigger wreck, because he was blinking earlier, so maybe he blinked through a couple cars. They might have gotten a 4X, but he blinked through them. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for the NASCAR 25 game coming out in the fall. Actually, I need to look up what date that comes out again, because I forgot all about that. Because I want to play some of that and like record it and stuff. Try to do like the career mode in it. Hopefully it's a decent career mode. I haven't played one of the NASCAR games in so long, but iRacing's making this one for the first time. They did the World of Outlaws game, which was fun for a while. I got kind of annoyed at the second one because it was like the exact same as the first one anyways. There's just more classes to do. But just the physics of the AI and stuff were kind of nuts that I got annoyed with. Alright, let's go get the rest of this damage fixed. We're not close anywhere to the pace car. Wish we were. That would have been nice.
Alright, you're gonna have to come around to 28.
But we still should be able to get 45 seconds, 45 to 50 seconds done. We usually get like a minute and a half or something, so should be fine.
5 away. And you are marked. Now, turn in, turn in. Leave it on me, copy.
Oh my god, the freaking brakes.
All the damage is repairable.
It just wants to slide so hard through the pits. I feel like it's because I'm uphill too. Like there's like a weird bump right there on my pit stall, which sucks. I feel like that's screwing me over, but luckily I'm not doing any like competitive type stop. We're in the back just getting damage fixed.
Repairs are almost finished up.
They sure are. The lap car going by him. Yeah, we should be able to finish all this. It'll be close. I want to finish all of it at least. We got 16. Yeah, we're good. 15 till the pace car, but it's like a slower 1 second count than the optional repairs second count. So we're gonna have our car completely fixed.
Go man, go man, go. Hard.
Wanted to wait till the very last 10th to actually finish because I didn't want to go out with a 10th of damage and something still be bent.
Now we haven't hit nothing.
But now our car is good to go.
So we're gonna have to come around the 28.
Car is good to go now, which is awesome.
No, unfortunately, we will be on the outside here.
So it should drive like it did previously. I haven't really been able to even drive it while it was damaged. Most of my driving while it was damaged was under caution here. And we're gonna have like 10 laps left here on the green flag. Or maybe like 9 laps. I think it's gonna be 9 laps left here at the green. Probably more cautions. But this is also why I wanted to get some extra fuel earlier in case we get some green-white checkers. Even though we've had so many caution laps that people have probably just been saving fuel anyways, it doesn't matter. Hopefully we can rebound for like a top 20 here.
Are y'all one to green?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the short. We're on the long pond on one of the green.
Joe is already a lap down as well. But hopefully we can try to rebound for like a top 20 here. We're in 31st right now. But I felt like we were fast enough to be top 15 because we were there all race until I wrecked myself trying to miss a wreck. Still mad about that. I will continue to be mad about that. But I'm happy with how we ran.
We could have 2 extra laps of racing if we didn't have delayed greens.
True. We've had 2 delayed greens. But 9 laps left here as we take the green.
Oh, well, man, let's get those things cleaned up real well. You're ready to go here.
We'll see if there's more chaos to happen here. We got guys catching up right now behind. They're probably just going to fly by the field or something into turn 1. That's going to be interesting looking.
Green flag, green flag.
Get up and going. Bump.
On 59.42, 10.85.
Oh, that's the 33 car. Yep, there went somebody flying by on the bottom side.
Inside. Still inside. Too wide inside. Clear.
think we were 3 wide.
Of
Whoa,
course.
they're wrecking.
You guys are absolute garbage, dude.
How you doing in there, kid?
We're good. We made it by. Let's go. I was so worried that the guy on my inside was about to get hit up into us. Whew.
Zero actions on not because you guys.
I didn't want to move lanes that time because there were so many cars around, and then I wasn't sure if they were up top or down low.
You wait for drivers or really something.
I think we only have a 4X through this whole thing still. Yeah, we only got a 4X, so we're still doing good there.
Reminds me why I don't do this shit anymore. Fucking terrible waste of time.
I feel ya.
Yeah, outside of Wednesday, these have been pretty stinky. It's just the restarts.
Yeah. Because we had like we had two like 15, 20 lap runs, so it can get pretty clean.
I ran at Nashville stuff. It was like that on Saturday. We had that one long run, but they just kept running.
What are we at now? We were 31st on that
Not
restart.
just the driving. The car's terrible. The draft's terrible. The
What are we right now?
air's terrible.
24th. Let's go. We're still going to be on the outside. Hopefully we can gain some more spots on the start.
At the top now.
That would be
Yeah,
nice.
which is stupid.
It's been that way for a long time.
They talk
To be
about
honest, with this track, it's been.
the top here. Yeah.
What Kevin said, it's very dumb.
It is quite weird.
Kevin, you should have seen ASRA at Atlanta Tuesday. That was a shit show.
It's almost 2
Not
o'clock.
actually just you kind of pass.
So I think I'm leaving like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
So like, I
I
still got
mean-
a couple hours until I leave for that trek.
I think a
We
lot
got
of it
time.
is just how bad this game is.
Every
These
wreck, few
people
more
drive
spots. Yeah, it is.
Way too hard. and
I'm hoping we can
wreck.
get back to a top 20 at least, but I would like to try to get back to a top
You can't
15 where
look
we
for anything
were,
else
but
to
I don't
like
think that's
this stuff.
possible if it stays green. Oh, there goes Joe.
I mean, I feel like I went to work on how to make my car last.
He's gonna be
on
the
a
lucky
long run,
dog, I
would never
imagine.
hit him anymore.
He's just getting a head start on the lucky dog, getting to the front of the line until it tells him to go.
Joe, how's your car still alive after going into the wall like that?
He did hit the wall quite hard.
He didn't hit the toe link, so he lives.
I don't really have room to talk because that last wreck was probably on me, but I think part of the problem is that people are trying to adapt to a new car. I think after a few weeks it'll get better.
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna go and say no. It won't get better.
Ooh, we've got some people pitting. The guy on my inside is pitting. I think we're going to gain 2 spots here. We'll be in 22nd.
It doesn't feel terribly more different than it did before to me. Just a little bit more aero, touchy.
22nd? Yeah, 22nd. Let's go. Another row up.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, no, this doesn't feel that much different than the old one.
Seems like everybody adapted fine up until about lap 50.
Yeah, lap 50 it got kind of crazy.
That's right.
But with us being such a low car number, us just
I mean,
finishing
people say it'll
like
get
top
better, but
20,
it's
we
not
might
like
gain
these
I
races
rating.
were insanely clean.
Might be able to get
before,
our 4K back.
Like, the update came out.
I know if I was top 15, I definitely would have gotten my 4K
Yeah,
back.
Frank, get
Because we're only
stuck
6
there, buddy. You
away
just completely
from
drove
getting
right into him.
4K
Good job.
again.
So Kevin, I'm guessing aquas weren't the move.
No. I guess just staying out and just watch everyone wreck is the move.
Right? If I
Yeah,
would have
those weren't that
stayed
good
out
either.
with my damage when we were in like 14th or something, I might have still been in 14th. I might be top 10 right now, actually, after all of what's happened, because we haven't had any
it seems
laps
like you're on
green.
old tires. If you can run defensively, you can hold somebody behind you for a while. So yeah.
Because we got clean
Thanks to the new
tires
aero
now.
Update. It's garbage.
Yeah, Cole, I just got tight. I guess I just slept a little bit too much.
What do you mean? Like, I can't get on somebody's bumper and push is what you mean? Because these cars can. The Arca car, or no, it's the Gen 4 car, you kind of can't. Like, there's 2 different Gen 4 cars. Let me mute these guys. There's 2 different Gen 4 cars. There's a super speedway car where you can bump, and you just can't bump too hard, but you can definitely attach and like push. The Gen 4 on every other thing besides the super speedway, it has a shortened rear like end, like where his forward thing is, it's up higher, and the noses don't line up. So the newer Gen 4s still on anything besides the super speedways can't push. The Arca car can push. They used to not be able to before the Arca car they have now, like a season ago. They couldn't push, but these cars can push for sure. Yeah. You 100% can bump each other and everything. Like, I've been pushed a couple times this race. I think I pushed a guy one of these restarts. I think on the last restart, just got on his bumper and started pushing him. But these cars can definitely push 100%. It's just the newer Arca car right now, like on anything besides the super speedway, because there's 2 different bodies of them. So if you make a paint or go to Trading Paints and pick them, you have to pick one for Super Speedway and one for the regular car, because they're slightly different. The nose is a little bit bigger, and the rear end goes a little bit further down. That's the only difference. The side of the bodies are pretty similar. It's just the nose and the rear end. So I'm happy they made it to where you can at least push on the super speedways, because those races were kind of boring, because you would just get a run and everybody would like not push each other. They'd either just move out of line or slow down, one of the two. That was it. But now you can actually at least push each other some, and they get kind of crazy.
I've caused my fair share of wrecks tonight, so I don't think it means a whole lot.
I think Joe's back on the lead lap now.
The, number 2 car, 6700 irony, will not name names, went 10th last night and A fixed.
He's talking about himself. Oh, unless he's talking about somebody else, not actually him being the 2 car right now.
10K self-spin and road to pro in a draft.
In a draft.
So it's just, there's obviously good people that have I rating, and there's a lot of people that are a little questionable, so I never look at it like, oh, this guy must be good.
Yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to iRate, and that just means they race a lot in a way.
Raw speed, not like talent, like wrecking and stuff like that.
All right, let's see if we can make it to the end here. 5 laps left and we take the green.
You can pass it, yeah.
I was kind of bad on that start. Wasn't really up on the guy. 29, trying to go 3 wide. That wasn't working. That was dumb. I think we're probably 3 wide, so I'm just going to shoot it way out here. If not, we're just going to pass some other guys out here. Oh, he's coming up. Wall. That guy's getting the wall. Get by it. All right, we're good. That guy nailed the wall, and the guy that slid up in front of me spun him down, so I was just trying to hold it on the wall and go by.
What the heck?
That was funny.
Just keep driving through it and just do that.
So many people wrecked behind us there. That was crazy.
That was wild. I am so sorry about that.
Wonder if that was a guy that smashed the wall. Yeah, it was.
Top of another car.
It started like just in front of us, but a huge wreck behind.
That was awesome.
Started right in front of us though.
How are Sandy cars made?
Because I lifted for the 32 because he slid up. He slid up right in front of us, and I didn't want to like hook him into the wall or anything. I was gonna try and push him down the straight, but then I saw the guy nail the wall, and he was super slow. The 32 tried to go to the inside, and the guy pulled off the wall right on his nose and just got spun down, and it just caused a massive one. But I think the guy behind me was already getting spun at that time. But hey, we're top 20. We might end up top 15 if they keep wrecking. It might end up in the top 15 spot. I don't know how, after getting like 3.5 minutes of damage and just having to be in the back for like 15-20 laps because just kept having cautions.
Like 10 laps sprinkled in.
We were having a fun race until our damage. I feel like there wasn't too many wrecks till then.
Like maybe like 1 million, I don't know.
These last 20 laps have been awful. Completely awful.
Hey, you boys know what this means. Overtime, baby. Hell yeah.
Overtime number 1.
I definitely have like.
Doesn't matter how long you can push, because it's gonna be a stop. Oh, no, stop.
I don't have a meatball.
He messed it up. He messed it up.
Suspension is messed up.
Mad?
I'm gonna probably get parked for that.
He keeps messing up his quick chats.
Oh yeah, you might have too much damage.
I'm trying to read his quick chats, but everybody keeps messing it up.
That's what I'm getting at. I feel like I know what I did. Just kind of riding the back here. You won't get black flags, you don't have a meatball, and you won't have too much damage if you don't have a meatball.
I want to see his quick chats. He keeps getting messed up.
If you get, like, fully break it to
Kevin's just purposely fucking it up.
That might have happened. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
This thing is cooked.
Close.
Yeah, but aren't you usually meatballs if you do that?
Get the lucky dog.
Somebody's got the lucky
I mean,
dog coming
the
by.
fire repairs are a thing anymore. I think it's just if you have meatball, you're done, right?
Yeah, you get all your damage fixed.
No, it's just if you break suspension parts that you can't fix.
Yeah, luckily that didn't happen to us.
Which I'm confused, because somebody said you can't fix the tow link anymore, but they let them fix it in the real world.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, I did not have a meatball, and it's allowing me to get my car repaired.
Yeah, I don't know who died there. That was a massive one. We'll have to go back and see some of these crazy crashes. at the end of the race, because there were some big ones there.
Out of their cars all the time and come back on the track. I think it's a good thing.
There was some massive crashes for sure.
Go back to the Gen 6 spotted.
I mean, I tend to agree with you, Kevin, except for I'm usually the one getting the damage when somebody else doing something and then my race is F. But I tend to agree with you.
Go back to the Gen 4 car in general.
You know
NASCAR
what,
screwed up
Spock
this
used to
car
say, right?
completely.
I
Go back to 1,000 horsepower.
know a lot of Spock phrases. I'm not sure which one you're going to use here, but I'll play. Go
Turn
ahead.
Atlanta back to what it was.
Fuck off.
Like something like the needs of a few outweigh the needs of the many, or something like that, or opposite. So sorry, you're gonna get caught up in those wrecks, but
This is Rocket League.
it's very evil.
Yo, 30, that's insane, bro. That's funny.
That is pretty funny.
Ah, that was
Nice save.
You're searching for the needs of the
It's
many
what a
outweigh the
save.
needs
What
of
a
the few
save.
or the
Not nice
one.
save.
Yeah, you're the few on that aspect. So
Yeah, I know.
All right. Gonna be green, white, checkered here. As we cross the line, it's gonna pop up. Yep, 1 of 3.
Start thinking about this
How many green, white, checkers do we take?
That was a thing.
Alright, looks like you're gonna be lining up behind the 10.
How many of these green, white, checkers do we go through?
Alright, do we use all 3? I'm gonna say yes.
At this rate, yes.
No.
I hope not.
I hope so, because I need to get the rest of the damage fixed. Now I might have a chance to at least get a top 25.
We most definitely are using all 3.
How many
One of the,
green, white, checkers do you guys in chat think are gonna happen? Do we only use this one? Do we go through
crazy.
2, or do we
Cole
go through all
sounds like
3? Which
Tyler
one?
Lateral, and James sounds like Joe.
I hope we
Armstrong.
can make it through this one, but if we get more, hopefully the wrecks are in front of us and out of the way. So we
least we're
don't end
still
up in
at
a
the 2-hour
wreck.
mark.
That'd be unfortunate.
Except I get along with Cole.
Hopefully we can avoid the big one if it
Well, I
happens.
guess I'd rather sound like Joe than Tyler.
I think that last one was the big one that we avoided. I don't know if it can get much worse.
Sound like Seth too.
But that super outside in turn 1 right there did kind of work. Might have to do that again. I need to be more up on the bumper of the guy in front of me though, because I was a little bit off trying to not like jump it or anything, and the guy behind me was trying to go 3 wide in the middle. 2 at least, oh boy. I hope if there's a wreck, it's the people in front of us and they just get sent to the inside and we don't have to worry about it. That's what I'm hoping. That is what I am hoping.
Boss, when you get them elbows out, get into 1.
Because this
All right,
is
wad
gonna
it
get
up
crazy.
One more time, please.
Wad it up one more time. Joe probably wants to get damage fixed or something too.
Face cars off. Be ready.
Here we go. Time to die.
Green flag. So you're gonna be in the middle of a dogfight here. What do we
Oh boy, he's jumping it. See, I wasn't trying to do what the 83 did, and the guy behind me, but that 33 is aggressive as hell anyways.
54, 29.
I thought when he pulled out that the guy missed a shift or something,
4. Outside.
so I checked up.
Go inside.
He's just gonna change lanes mid-corner.
Go inside.
Definitely lost some positions there off that start. So I lifted on the front stretch.
Still there.
No wreck?
Not yet.
Somebody please.
Oh, somebody got in the wall.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy, oh boy.
There you go.
White checker. Yellow's out.
How did we not die through that? Oh, never mind, we're still getting hit. How did we not die in that thing?
No big deal.
We're good, we have no damage. We're all good. That would... Somebody just hit the pit wall.
Behind the
What the hell was that? How did we not die through that? That was crazy. Holy
Just
crap.
remember, once it shows the white flag, they can't throw a caution.
Right? Alright, we're at least having that
We
too.
were almost there.
We're at least having the
Yeah,
two.
I'm sorry about that. I like that I got on the apron and then...
That was nuts. I just like started checking up because I saw them all start heading back right, and luckily we didn't get ran over, but I guess there wasn't too many cars behind us. I was 16th at the line. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, we got no damage. We're fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. Like, we have no damage. Hell yeah. Somehow we didn't get a 4X from that 29 as well. I thought.
Remember when this was going to be?
I thought I was getting straight lined. I thought that guy was losing it, but he was just coming back up through the grass.
Like 3 hours ago.
That was crazy.
We all knew it was never going to be a fuel race.
Unfortunately. I wanted it to be. Dude, that car flipping was nuts. Like, I didn't have time to really pay attention to other things happening like that. I was just like trying to keep it straight and navigate the holes. But I did see a car get up on its side. I'll have to go back and see that at the end. That was crazy.
Damage fixes on the lead lap.
Gotta definitely go back and see that one. That was nuts. Holy crap.
This guy.
Cares.
Oh,
Got him, Seth. Ooh, one guy is pitting, so we're gonna be on the inside now? Unfortunate. I wanted to stay on that outside. Because the inside seems like the death sentence. Damn it. We've been on the outside for so many in a row, it's actually worked out pretty well for us.
Can you do the left to first challenge?
But hey, we're in top 15 now.
I can lose brakes into turn 1.
I can't believe we're back to the top 15 after everything that's happened.
I just have to make sure I hit Seth.
Holy crap, that was nuts. I think that Chili's car... Right? Oh no, I think that Chili car is up there, isn't he? Yeah, the 33. Yeah, Luke. He is still up there. I thought him sending it right off the start ended up in that wreck or something.
Not me.
A couple guys might have some damage from that wreck, but aren't pitting, which isn't... I wouldn't have pitted either, honestly. On these green-white checkers, there's no reason to. I feel like, unless you're in the back already. Because how many cars are behind us? There's only like 5 cars, 6 cars behind us. The rest are on pit road or dead. That's crazy. Holy crap, that was nuts. That was probably the second biggest wreck in this race, but that was the biggest one in front of us so far. I think the one before that was bigger, but it was behind us, luckily. Hopefully, if that happens one more time, hopefully we can dodge it the same way. Because we had a really bad start on that one, but maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Because that 83 went to go, like, shoot straight to the outside, and I thought the guy in front of us missed a shift or something, but he was just jumping the start is all he was doing a little bit to get to his outside. And so I, like, lifted, and the guy behind me shot to the outside, too, because I was about to follow the 83, and then we just ended up in the middle, and then kind of at the top by the time turn 1 came. Dude, that pit wall, like, hit was so funny. I wasn't sure how well you guys could see it. Ooh, is that guy gonna pit? We're gonna be back on the outside? Back on the outside? No, it's gonna put us on the inside still? Damn it, he pitted a lap late. You son of a bitch. You're still on the outside, bud. He thought he was gonna be on the inside there, too. That was really confusing. But inside still, we're 14th. But I wasn't sure how well you guys could see that guy hit the pit wall. I didn't know if it was like barely in like the bars right there or it was just in my left screen. But that was hilarious. I don't know if he just wanted to destroy himself being in the wreck or he was trying to make it there last second. I have no clue, but that was hilarious. That was too good.
I'm paying the things too.
Oh boy.
Braxton, is it telling you to let me by?
It was barely there on the left of the screen. Okay, I really wasn't sure. Because like I have my triples, so I wasn't sure like where on the screen it was at the time because I was kind of going by it. Like right at the last second. But we'll see it after the race. I have to go back and look at some of these wrecks at the end because they were bad. Like there's been just constant wrecks. It's been bad. So there's plenty to look through there. I kind of just need to look through the wreck where I ended up in it, and then kind of after that's just been constant wrecks. So I can just kind of start from there, and we'll be good, and we'll see all the big ones. Because the first couple really weren't too big, I feel like, that happened. Seen it in the little window on your left side? Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you guys were at least able to see it for half a second, because that was hilarious. That was too good. Alright, we're
Get black flag.
restarting in like 13th.
I already am gonna get it, I think. So.
Oh, unfortunate for Joe.
Also, I've been full throttle. I just got massively damaged here.
I was trying to be right on the fireball car as much as we could.
Yeah, I got the
I
black
actually
flag
might be able to get to the outside. Nope, they're
there.
checking up.
Still outside. Still there outside.
Think we're 3.
2 right outside. 1 outside. Still
Jalen,
outside.
are you that terrible?
Clear.
No way.
Oh, we got a caution somewhere in the back. Damn it. All right, we're going through all 3.
I don't know who that was, but I'm sorry. I cannot turn at all. I tried to look through.
I was so
So
focused in, like,
you're just gonna go like
on in
20-something
front of me.
miles
I
an
was
hour.
not anticipating there to be a caution. Damn it.
You had to push full throttle there.
I think that blue car is mad with that
Yeah,
Chili's
that's
car
completely okay.
because he
It
was
was just
blocking the
keeping
hell
you
out of him on the
thinking around.
outside. I saw him swerving back and forth.
Hey, is that you, Kevin Ives?
But hey, we're in 14th. We'll be on the outside for this start, which I'm fine with. That's where I've wanted to be. It's where it's worked out the best for me, at least. I might be able to follow that Chili's car that's going to be in front of us, like jumping the start with him.
You saw me on the outside and still hit me. It's just incredible.
Kevin Adam, I would not expect to have that type of accent. What an accent for a name. Doesn't quite fit.
Get behind the 32.
Well, I'm glad I took that little bit extra fuel earlier because we actually still would probably be fine on fuel. I took like 1.5 gallons of fuel. We're still at 5.3. Is he gonna spin him? I'm just gonna be straight behind him just in case like he spins him or something. I don't know which way he's gonna spin him because he's like on his bumper. He's scaring me. 32 and 33 getting pissed at each other. There's some of us low ass numbers up here though. 32, 33, I'm the 35. The 20s in 10th, 16th is in 9th, 24 in 8th, 23 in 5th. So yeah, there's some low numbers. Pretty far up through the field. Some higher numbers probably pretty far back then. But still the 1, 2, 3 up front, pretty much. The 8 cars separating them in second. They're just in different positions, kind of like opposite order.
The road's open.
I don't remember what the SOF was. I don't know what they said it was when we joined this thing, but this has probably been one of my higher SOFs for NISs. Because I'm just about a 4K, and I'm one of the last numbers in here, so it's probably closer to a 5K, if not above a 5K, I would imagine. Because I know some of the front guys are like 6, 7K and stuff, so they're pretty far up there. Alright, bets now. Now that we've done all 3 green, white checkers, bets on do we finish under green or under caution? Because we can get a caution on the first lap here again. Do we finish under green or under caution? That's the question. I have no clue. I would bet a caution with how this has gone. We haven't made it 1 full lap in like 30 laps. I feel like. It's been bad. How many restarts have we had? Like 6 or 7 in the last 30 laps, maybe? And not a single one has gone a full lap. The furthest we've made it to is almost turn 3. Like just after the tunnel turn, there was a massive crash. So that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad overall. As long as we don't get our motor blown or come to a dead stop from a wreck, we should be pretty good on holding the top 15 spot, pretty much. Hopefully. Like, even if we get spun, we might be able to get a U-turn going, like a 360 and keep going. Just after 1 or right after 3. Well, I don't think we will get a caution if it's right after 3, unless it's like right at the front of the field, because the leaders might already be taking the white flag when I'm coming off turn 3. So we'll see. I'd be more thinking in turn 1 or right after turn 1 for sure. That'd be my guess. Like, it almost would be useful to just chastain the wall in turn 1, gain some spots, and the caution comes out. It almost would be worth it, but in case a caution weren't to come out, you'd be screwed. Because you'd be so fucking slow, probably. I don't even know if it would work at this track, but it'd be hilarious. Shift it up in the 5th, because usually we're only in 4th. Shift it up to 5th, just get on the wall and go. Probably would work better in 4th anyways, here. Because we're not, like, fully up to speed.
Oh, 1 to go.
Oh boy, we somehow came back to a top 15 though, so I'll take it. I will take it. What's the worst we could finish? What's on the lead lap? Lead lap is 27th. 28th, 29th is a lap down, so I guess really 29th is the last we could finish. If we died and went like a lap down and the other guy stayed out, like rolling and got that spot ahead of us. Which that would suck out of like 37 cars, but getting top 15 would be pretty nice. I either want a wreck early and have the caution and us be in a good spot, or I don't want to wreck at all, really, unless it's on like the white flag and it's way out of the way of us. Because if there's a wreck on the white flag and we end up in it, we could lose a ton of spots. Because then there's not going to be any caution that comes out. We're just going to have to keep it rolling somehow and get up to speed if we can. So I want either a quick caution, like before the white flag, or I want it to just be way out of the way of us. Because if that wreck happens in front of us, like what happened where we had to slow down a lot, where everybody was coming back to the right and that guy was flipping, we're going to lose a ton of spots trying to slow up for that wreck. This guy in front of me is 100% going to be jumping the start, so I can kind of just try to follow him. It's going to get crazy here.
Go, buddy. Nice boost.
I want to be up by the wall because I don't want the guy behind me to just jump the start and get to my outside. I really don't want to be in the middle 3 wide.
Well, what happened here?
Ready, ready. Green flag. Delete it. Did a 0.
I will hold the outside lane. He will push. Perfect. That worked out well.
Still inside. Still inside. Still there.
No wreck yet.
Still inside.
People are dicing it up here. But now we're on the outside for the tunnel turn, which isn't great. I see smoke. I see smoke. They're coming back.
No.
We're good. We're good. Engine's not blown.
They'll be surprised.
We're good. It's wherever it puts us. Holy crap. That's the best case scenario with us being in a wreck, is our car stayed straight and we're gonna get all these spots back wherever it was.
Hey, Kevin, sorry for leaning on you there.
I have no clue, but our car definitely is messed up now because I'm holding it a little bit to the right.
Yeah, whoever like came up the track and hit me, thank you. Because I was gonna get a top 50 and then you killed it because you.
I wasn't anticipating that last car, the 20 car, like spinning out. We're 10th. We're gonna finish 10th in this thing. Hell yeah! That was a huge wreck.
We're seeing leaders.
Oh, the one car was in
each
that.
other.
He's gonna
Pretty
lose a
impressive.
ton of I-rating from that now. Holy shit, we're finishing 10th unless somebody comes by and gets a spot over us. That, like I did. Hell yeah, we're gonna finish 10th out of that. That is hilarious. That's the exact mess I was hoping for if there was a wreck on the first lap. Our car to stay straight and we gain a shit ton of spots. Let's go. That is massive. I will take that all day. I wasn't anticipating that 20 car getting spun though in front of us on the last second because like I was just getting going with him and then he got clipped in the left rear and just like stopped in front of us, so I just kind of had to like push through. Because if I would have came to a stop, we would have like lost all those positions. I had to keep it rolling to get the spots on this last green white checker. But hell yeah, top 10 as the 35 car is nuts in top split.
And I got screwed
but that was probably one of the worst NISs I've ever been a part of wreck-wise. That was awful, but hey, it worked out for us somehow. We only ended up with an 8X. I'm not mad about it because I have a ton of safety.
This is awesome.
Might lose a little bit of safety still, but I'm fine with that. I don't care. We have over a 4 safety. Might drop us below a 4 safety, but you know, I'll take it. It is what it is. I want to go back and see some of those wrecks though. It was bad. It was so bad.
Stupid the way it ended though.
Yeah, it was. Oh, the 2 car ended up winning it? Wow.
Kind of.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to go watch the replay. It sounded like something interesting happened.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back and see some of these. I just want to get ahead of everybody here and come to a stop so we don't get like ran into just trying to stop in the middle of the track.
Alright, we need to be behind the 9.
Hell yeah, 10th place though. Yeah, 10th out of nowhere is
Normally
crazy,
the
dude.
field, they key up and say,
10th out of nowhere
"Not
is
bad."
nuts. Okay, hang on. I want to go to like the last lap. How damaged was our car after that?
Can't really do
Front end, not bad.
when the thing just
Rear
wants to
end,
break
pretty
loose.
messed up. We had to like turn the car to the right there, which wasn't great by any means. Let me turn this up slightly. And I want to go back to like 60-ish to where we ended up in that wreck.
It wasn't your fault there.
And we'll go back and see how we died, honestly, like through everything.
I mean, we ended up in that.
Because where did we die at? Right around here?
Like we don't know when the boss was coming out. I get what he was trying to do.
Because I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, wait, I saw this wreck already. I'm stupid. Because they got sideways, this guy got spun, I'm an idiot, and hit the brakes, and it just hooked right on me. So I thought my race was over at this point. That was pretty bad. This guy did the same thing I did. And then we just had massive wrecks one after another here. Oh, what the hell? That was some huge net code. What the hell happened? His car like came to a stop, like it got hit by the 92 there. It sent him to the inside. I'm actually shocked that was a caution, honestly. Because that was the only... Oh, there's another car coming, that's why. He went super low to go by him to bring out the caution. Smart by the guy in the back, honestly. He's wrecking. Yeah, he was blinking all over the place. But this was the big one right up front. He chucked it down, but he's blinking, so a lot of guys didn't end up in it. Actually, he kind of got tapped by a couple guys, so not too bad. But that should have been much bigger, I feel like. Oh yeah, this is the guy that was like Kyle Busching it off the start massively, and then just hit the brakes going into turn 1 on that dude. We're on the outside there. And then I think there was a big wreck up front. Oh, that 26 got hit by the 22 is what it was. Where was I in all this? Because I need to go see, because I have no clue. Okay, so we were on the outside. Everything just started happening, and they all went low, luckily. I just kind of held my lane. Everybody started wrecking low pretty big. That was a pretty big wreck. A lot of cars ended up in that one. A lot of guys hitting the inside wall, bouncing off it. 19 didn't slow up enough. I think this is the one where this guy got in the wall, and the 32 right here... Oh, that guy got the wall. The 8 car is what it was. Okay, the 8 car is the one that like lost it outside wall. Then the 83 went low and they all started hitting. And I'm just going by right here. I just stayed on the outside. The 29 again just came across somebody's nose. He has no situational awareness at all. He did that in the last 2 wrecks in a row. He's already spinning. Don't know how, but that was a massive crash. Then this one was the really big one right in front of us. 22 lost it. They got the wall. That guy goes down. All right, hang on, wait. This guy decided, get on him. There we go. This is the one where it was huge, where somebody went flipping. He went way, way low, just got in the bumps down here and lost it. Then the 21 loses it. Someone's going up in the air. That 22 car almost went flipping, but our point of view of that wreck was nuts. Like and yeah, I thought I was dying from that 29. That 29 has no situational awareness at all. Like, he is just hitting everything out here. I don't know how I didn't get hit by anybody. Like, I just slowly got my way through it, and then 29's coming back up and just comes all the way up into us. Like, he had so much room to not hit us there. It was crazy. And then who's the one that hit the inside wall? Oh, it's 83. Oh yeah, he was just trying to kill himself. That's it. That's all it was. He was already broken or something, I think, because he ended up in that wreck. But he didn't apparently want... Oh, he shouldn't have gotten hit. He missed that. That's bullshit. But it definitely broke his right front. His right front's completely broken, so he just hit himself into the... He just hit himself into the pits. Yeah, for real. Dude, that was so funny. Like, I barely saw it in the car. I had no clue that was going to happen, but that was pretty funny. And then there was another wreck up front. Oh, this was behind us. This is the one I had no clue that happened because I didn't even see it. 25 got hit. Oh my god, what a massive crash that was. Dude went flying in the air. Head onto the inside barrier, fully off the ground. That is a hard wreck. He is done for. And then this one was in front of us. He just hit the back of the 12. They're fine. Oh, this was the last one. The 8 car and the 1, oh, they're just trying to side draft too aggressively. That's all it was. The 1 car comes down low as the 8 car just now is starting to come back up. I literally, if you don't have triples, you don't know how close he is to you unless you're hitting your look right button. So he's coming down and the 8's starting to come back up to try to go for the turn, I think. And then that started the massive wreck. Holy crap, the 1 car somehow survives that right there. I don't know how. And then the massive wreck, oh yeah, this is where we ended up in it for sure too, but they just started coming back up. Nothing we could really do about this because that guy got hit hard as hell. We get pushed straight into the 29. They're still wrecking up here all over the place. Chili's car comes down, hits the other Chili's car. I'm trying to check up, miss this guy on my inside. He gets clipped by that guy, and I didn't expect him to start getting loose right there. But then once he did, and we were right on him, I just had to try to get through it because that saved us from losing all those spots. And they're still wrecking back here. Holy crap. And going around and getting hit again. Holy crap. Like, it's almost comical at that point at the end. But hell yeah, we finished 10th out of that. I will take it after everything that happened. We ran 10th to 15th all day besides when we wrecked. And then we died. So that was hilarious. I'm going to save that to go try to get some replays later. And that was nuts. How much iRating do we think we might have gained out of that? Because I have no clue. I have zero idea at all. We gained 76. Hell yeah. Got back over our 4K. I'll take that. It was a 5,000 SOF. That just shows you it doesn't matter what your SOF is. It could be really clean or terrible at all. It does not matter. You could have either or of a race, but like the 23 car finished third. Good on him. He gained almost 100. The 24 car up here in fifth. Absolutely crazy. There was nobody that had a clean. Actually, the 24 had a clean race. Damn. He had a 0x race throughout the entire thing. Did we lose safety? We did. We hit the 4.0 and dropped a good bit. We were like 4.02 or 4.04 maybe, something like that. So we lost a lot there, but that's okay. We still have well into the threes. The 28 only had a 2, so he probably either hit the wall hard or went through the grass twice. And then everybody else besides him, I don't know, he just never raced, or he just ended up in the back at some point. I don't know. Maybe he money shifted and blew his engine. Because he had a 0x, but he ended up 69 laps down. Nice. I don't know. But hell yeah, we finished 10th out of that. I will take that. We had an 8x. I'm okay with that, but I will take that. Finishing 10th there, gaining a ton of iRating, getting back over 4K, which is nice because we had a rough week in the ARCA and Gen 4, so we lost a lot of iRating there. So glad to gain it back in NIS and a little bit in the trucks. So gained a little bit in the trucks to like 30 something. So kind of gained it all back for the most part. So that was fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. It was a crazy one. Next week is Atlanta. So that should be a crazy one as well because it's a super speedway. And then the 4th of July week, I don't know if I'm going to be running Chicago or not because I won't be here that weekend. So either I'm going to run it on Wednesday or I may not run it at all, trying to get other just videos recorded and stuff. But next week we'll be here for Atlanta for sure. That will be a crazy one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this race. Appreciate you guys for watching and hanging out and talking to me and all that. It was a lot of fun. But hopefully you guys have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys next week for Atlanta. And hopefully you guys enjoy the racing this week. Hopefully you have great weather. Go out, watch some racing if you're going to do that and all that. So appreciate you guys watching. Catch you